For the type of energy only Darren McCarty and Neil Rule can give. It's time for Big D Energy, live on Woodward Sports. Join four-time Stanley Cup champion and legendary badass Darren McCarty and the golden voice of Neil Rule, Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m., as they give their takes on all things Detroit sports. The number one midday show in Detroit is on. Welcome to Big D Energy.
Listen, when we started this series, everybody said we weren't playoff tested. We just passed the biggest test of the year to date, but there's more coming, okay? Never know. Get it going. Hey, listen, hold on. Listen, I'm not sure who, but somebody let the Tigers get hot.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Big D Energy.
Big D!
Right here in the Woodward.
Divisional Championship Edition.
That is right.
Love it.
Woodward Sports Network. My name is Neil Rule, that guy, D-Mac, Darren McCarty. How about that, D-Mac?
Oh, I love it. Somebody let the Tigers get hot.
Absolutely.
I love it. And you know what the best part? Where you can tell it's like the youthful team or the younger guys where it's like, whoa, they get ready and he wasn't done. And they're all like, not too early. So the enjoyment in the locker room and just the celebrations and stuff like that. I think in the hockey world, that's one thing, I was watching last night that I get jealous about. We only in hockey get one celebration, and that's if you lift the big trophy, right? Yep. You don't get to make the playoff celebration or divisional round, but it's awesome to see everybody, and not only everybody in the organization as far as players, but everybody who works in the organization, including the media, our friends. You see Daniela, Bruce, by the way, if you're ever in that situation, she said, put the hat on. It stops from the spray of all the champagne. So hopefully we'll see it again. But those celebrations are epic. And his speeches, just like we are locked in for Dan Campbell's post-game speeches after the Lions games, and especially after Lions win, AJ Hinch just seems to not only make the right moves on the field, but say the right things in the locker room. So way to go, Tigers. Let's go.
Absolutely. KG was really good.
Andy Ibanez, period.
It was always going to be Andy Ibanez. It had to be Andy Ibanez.
Neil, this is why I love me and you talking Tigers, man. I'm honored to be with somebody as knowledgeable as you, man. But I kind of saw this coming. I hate to toot my own horn. I kind of saw this coming, though. But nonetheless.
No, but to be fair though, KG, that's what we talked about, right?
Yeah.
Like if they win, that's what it's going to come down to.
Yeah.
And it came down to it in the man delivered.
He did.
I wonder who put him in that spot.
It wasn't you. No, it was AJ Hinch.
It was AJ Hinch. Like that's it. And there's a ton to unpack with all this. Spencer Raxter.
Hello.
He put in the
epic job on the watch party yesterday.
Thank you.
Epic job.
A lot of fun. Love those.
They are electric, man. Like we've tapped into something on Woodward with the watch party.
Absolutely. So here's the question, right? Just are we getting, and this sort of goes back to the Maz situation about the Sunday night football game or the Monday night football game, and just about stress. Guys, understand this: where your teams are at, you are out. We're just not used to being competitive and being stressed. Every game that every sports team in this city plays, you will begin to be stressed about.
Facts. Right?
I couldn't imagine, bases loaded for them when they go up 2-1 and the air getting out of this room. But then again, these guys keep fighting. The best part is this team never stops fighting till the last 27 outs. And my favorite stat, Neil, the whole roster and payroll of the Detroit Tigers was not what Josh Hader, their closer at $19 million, was. They defeated him, and they went through the bat. That's the whole thing. Don't give it like the Astros didn't throw everything that they could at the Tigers. The Tigers just were there to punch, counter punch, absorb the blows, and stuff like that. And real quick, I was happy. The caveat out of this game, right, is you got Jackson Jobe some experience. Now it didn't go the way that he would have wanted, but you got him under fire and it didn't hurt you.
Yeah.
Right? So it's that believability that these guys have. So, I mean, who knows? Somebody let the Tigers get hot, and who knows where this ends.
Absolutely. The GOAT Ryan Lentz walking into the building
Right.
now.
That's Jackson Jobe right there.
Walking, he's strutting.
The Jackson Jobe of the staff
He
here
is
with
the
his
Jackson Jobe.
Vanderbilt Commodore shirt on. But no, D-Mac, I'm glad you brought that up. And by the way, jump into the Woodward Sports chat thread. It's electric in here. It's been electric all week. It'll be electric. Like, just get in there, get your thoughts in there. All you got to do is subscribe. We're making a push towards 100,000 subscribers on YouTube.
Ow! Lou Woodward.
Oh, the flagship would never. But anyway, get in there, get your thoughts in there. And I'm glad you brought that up about the staff, D-Mac. I want to send a shout-out to my guy, Jim Scholler. He's an athletic trainer with the Tigers. He was with Oakland up until March. And then the Tigers hired him away. And you know what Oakland did? And then, we beat Kentucky in the tournament. He moves to the Tigers. They beat the Astros.
Hey.
It's all Jim Scholler. Facts are facts.
Facts are facts.
Y'all Oakland, y'all produce some
That's
people,
what I'm
man.
saying. That's all I'm saying there.
Can I do a quick shout out?
Absolutely.
Yeah, shout out to all you bums that were running that broadcast yesterday.
Horrible.
It was absolutely
Ass.
embarrassing for a national network. The camera angles were shit. They were cutting the stupid pans of the crowd in the middle of pitching sequences. We were missing pitches.
No stats
you weren't
put up.
putting up any stats or it made me feel bad. Made me feel good about myself, knowing that I could do better than that. But that was embarrassing. You guys should be ashamed of yourselves.
Yep. As Joe Budden would say, that was a 2-pack of ass.
It was.
What we watched yesterday.
Yeah. Luckily for me, I was catching it on the radio.
Shout out Dan Dickerson.
No, absolutely. It was the only time I was going to have to get the lawn mowed this week. So I was in there getting it
You was
done.
forced.
I was forced.
It was terrible, man. Literally terrible. We were literally missing pitches because they waited too long to do replays. They weren't even giving us replays of things we actually wanted to see.
Yeah,
it was just awful. Honestly, the worst broadcast I've ever seen in my life.
Air Force Matt G, this one warms my heart, took the Tigers at plus 600 after the Astros took the lead. Bet into the volatility. I love it.
Oh, wow.
I love it.
Degenerates, I love it.
Now, Air Force Matt G, the only thing that would make me feel better than that is if going into the bottom of the ninth when the Astros were plus 225 or whatever, you hedged, because that's what I do. I'll hedge it and then just
see where it goes.
I'm getting paid either way.
You're right, exactly. See where it goes.
Yeah, see where it goes. Absolutely. Jeff reviews the sound, the picture, everything was trash.
It was so
Need to
bad.
do better.
I couldn't believe that. ABC, you're a shell company of ESPN. You're all run by the mouse. The mouse has all
Facts.
you guys in his pocket. It should be better than that. There is no reason a national broadcast is that poor. It was bad.
Let's Go Red Wings Party. I think Let's Go Red Wings Party drills it perfectly. Broadcast was brutal. I'm not a Michael Kay fan. I'm not either. You could tell none of them did their homework on the Tigers.
Todd Frazier.
Just repeating the same stories over and over again. And Let's Go Red Wings Party, every game I've ever done in my life, whether it's a high school JV game when I started just doing whatever games I could do, there was always a prep that you know what I'm saying? Because the people that are watching give a shit.
Thank you.
And even if it's the people's family, somebody cares. So act accordingly. You know what I'm saying? That's always been a mantra I've rolled with. But Let's Go Red Wings Party, that was my problem.
The best and the best go the extra mile.
100%.
And if you listen, they'll throw a caveat in there, especially for the family or for somebody who's paying attention of, oh, man, I listen to you do it all the time,
Yeah.
right? Where it's like, well, this guy's not only, you don't think he's done his homework, but it's like, makes you feel good because you get, oh, I didn't know that. Or you learn something new about somebody else. But that's all. But again, the total disrespect. Do you think we have to worry about it now, even though you mentioned this earlier, Neil, because dun, 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 here come the Dodgers.
You
Dun, dun, dun,
You
dun,
think,
dun,
you,
dun,
think,
dun.
you think your
Here
broadcast didn't matter
come the
before?
Right, it's about to get worse.
Dun, 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 dun.
Bro, the Dodgers and the Yankees are entering the chat now.
Right.
So they'll be playing. The Guardians, I'm surprised they're playing in the afternoon. I figured the Tigers and the Guardians would be at
11
9 a.m. on Monday morning.
Damn near blackout.
What time is the game on Saturday?
Let me see. What are they? Are they I want to say are they 1 o'clock or 4 o'clock?
Hopefully 4 o'clock.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got to be 1, I feel, but
I gotta think you gotta be 4, doesn't it?
I think so.
After college football, the
Oh,
noon game
yeah,
and
yeah,
stuff.
you're right.
Does that come into play, Neil?
No.
No. They don't care. 1.2 billion reasons, just like we're gonna throw it on
1.28
here.
billion. You can't, and look, like we can't get mad about it. So I'm telling you
1
that
p.m.
going
people are
in.
saying.
The Yankees are here. What's that?
1 p.m.
1 p.m.
Yep.
It is. Okay. The Yankees are here, and that goes up against like Fox, National College Football, and all that stuff. Guys, it's what I don't care. We're in.
Yeah,
And it counts the same.
it does.
And we're in. So I'm past that, dude. I don't care.
You gonna listen on the morning drive?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So it doesn't matter to me. They're in, and they got just as a good shot as anybody because all of these teams are flawed. Yes, even the Dodgers are flawed. You know who their best pitcher is? We gave him to them.
Yep.
And that is their best pitcher, which is unbelievable. Unbelievable.
What's more egregious? That is, or the Michigan quarterback.
Yeah, it's
situation.
like it's the
It's
in
the
the same
same thing as the
family.
Michigan quarterback situation, as
Yeah.
far as not having an arm or whatever, which makes them susceptible.
No,
matter
no
what the
doubt.
bats are.
But we are. We're gonna get into the game itself. I don't know why everybody. The main storyline, for whatever reason, again, comes down to the Jackson Jobe thing, which
Yeah, can we talk about that? Because
Yeah,
we
we're
got to
gonna talk
set
about
some
it all.
people straight on that for sure.
I think that the Astros manager is egregiously bad. He gave us this series. He played a part in it.
Yeah, he did. Absolutely.
We'll discuss. Yeah, Joe Espada, man. Thank you. Thank you. No, we'll certainly
Thanks
get
for
into all
AJ
that.
Hinch, Astros.
No doubt, too.
Yeah.
If it were me, I would have just said, okay, we suspended him for a year. I'm keeping him. I don't care what you say.
Exactly. But
But that's just me.
yeah.
Whatever. We're Woodward Sports chat thread. Jump in to there. JP17. 3 of the 4 American League teams left are AL Central teams. And you know what? I think I'm prepared to say the Chicago White Sox are not the worst team of all time. They were just trapped in the best division in baseball.
You gonna give them that out? All right.
What would you do if you had to go against a
If I
behemoth
was
of
a
the
White
American
Sox
League?
fan, I'd say that.
Yeah. It's the greatest division in the history of sport. It's too bad only one can get to the World Series because if we're being honest, it should be 2 AL Central teams in the World Series. You know what I'm saying? Hoof-hearted Astros window officially closed yesterday. RIP. And you know what? That is probably true because it's a shame that Bregman's going to be a Tiger next year.
Yeah.
Shame. He was beating the piss out of the ball even when he was out.
Yeah.
I said it on the morning show. They went to 6 consecutive ALCS series, and we beat them, stopped them from going to their 7th with 1 starting pitcher.
Yep.
I don't think we realized the gravity of what the hell the Tigers just did.
Burn. Lil Chris knocked over the Astros garbage can.
You know I gotta play it now, man.
Yeah.
Knocking over
Oh,
the
the
right,
garbage
D-Mac, let's get into it, man. Tell them about Salvation Army. We'll take the break. We'll get back into it, and I want to talk about the game yesterday.
Absolutely. Have you ever thought about volunteering but don't know where to start? Start with the Salvation Army's Red Kettle campaign. Visit registertoring.com to sign up for shifts. You'll get an option to choose a 2-hour session at a physical Red Kettle site or participate in a virtual bell ringing shift to raise funds from the comfort of your own home. Virtual bell ringers can sign up today and begin fundraising at any time. Traditional bell ringing begins on Friday, November 7th and runs through Christmas Eve, excluding Thanksgiving and Sundays, because you got to watch Lions football. Sign up for volunteer shifts. Visit registertoring.com.
What about Caesars?
All right, Caesar Sportsbook. You guys already know the official sportsbook of Woodward Sports. Sign up, use a promo code Woodward1000 when you make your first deposit. And your first bet, if you lose it, will go back to you as a bonus bet. So even if you lose your first bet, you'll get it back and you can try it again. That's what you can do with Caesar Sportsbook. Scan the QR code on the screen right now. And guys, look, minimum bet's just $20. So if that's what you're cool with, you deposit your $20, you make a bet, it loses, you get the $20 back as a free bet. It is just that simple, all the way up to $1,000. You having fun watching the games, aren't you? Turn it up a little bit. Caesar Sportsbook, the app is bug-free. It's visually appealing. It works well in the live betting as well. People were talking about it in the chat. That's certainly something that's open to you also. It's one of the best in the game, folks. That's just the way that it is, and they are the official sports book of Woodward Sports Network. Caesar Sportsbook. Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men today. Open 7 days a week. Sit back, relax, and enjoy a precision haircut, scalp massage, hot leather neck shave, and hot towel treatment from one of our talented stylists. Step up your game this season and take advantage of our $20 haircut special. Scan the QR code and get your coupon today. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, the ultimate haircut experience. Open 7 days a week. Walk-ins always welcome. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome.
Can't get enough Lions coverage? Make sure you catch all Woodward sports shows every game day. Wake up with Woodward and Maine, giving you the latest insight into the Lions locker room and press conferences. Then join the Lions pregame show, highlighting key matchups, injuries, and what to watch for during the game. Follow all the ups and downs of the live game action with our Woodward Watch Party live on YouTube and WoodwardSports.com. After the game, check out the instant fan and host reactions with the Lions postgame show. Every game, it's wall-to-wall, kneecap-biting, high-fiving, chest-pumping Lions coverage.
Hell yeah!
Only at Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports.
Woodward Sports, let's go.
What's up, everybody? Dr. Pierce, our injury insider. Whenever big sports injury news breaks, Dr. Jeff Pierce is here every Tuesday on Big D Energy. Every Thursday on Ermanni and Edwards. And guys, he's helped myself out. As you guys have heard on air, he's helped Spenny out. He's got me in there doing the right things. For as much as I do and as much as I've done, I wasn't doing everything the right way. Dr. Pierce helped me with that. He can help you too. If you're a weekend warrior and you're sore all the time, Dr. Jeff Pierce is the play. Find him at MichiganSportsAndSpineCenter.com. Dr. Jeff Pierce, his visits powered by MRI of Southfield. All right, somebody let the Tigers get hot. Back at it, Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network.
Shout out to Dante151 in the Woodward Sports chat. Put a super chat in there. Said one team who could have used Scooble was Baltimore, but they didn't want to make the trade, and they're sitting at home. Corbin Burns is going to be a free agent by Baltimore, by Atlanta, you bums.
Well, easy with Atlanta. Easy with Atlanta. They couldn't win the World Series without Acuna again.
Right, or Sale.
Yeah.
They lost Sale right before the playoffs starts.
Yeah.
I feel bad for those guys.
I don't.
Well, I feel bad for the fans.
Yeah, I don't.
It's fair. They got a World Series.
Suck it. All right.
You would have loved Maz yesterday, Neil.
Oh, man.
Why is that?
Well, me and Maz have been talking about hitting Altuve both games. We're like, just
beam him.
Ribs. Just beam him in the ribs. And then Maz is talking about all the young guys on Baltimore. He's like, screw them. I hope they get hurt. They wanted to hold other prospects. I hope they got. I was like, Jesus Christ, Maz.
Yeah.
But yeah, me and Maz were telling him to beam Altuve right in the ribs. That little cheater.
You prick. He kept calling him a prick.
Yeah, that little prick. Look at when he. When he dove for one of the balls and he missed a play at second, Matt's is like, would have been nice if you were 6 inches taller, you short little prick.
Shout out, Maz.
It's something about the playoffs.
Maz is turning into that like he's turning from that uncle into that grandfather.
Yeah, for sure.
Right,
For sure.
The governor.
Oh,
good.
So funny.
Shout out, Maz.
Living and dying.
Woodward Sports chat thread, Michael Daniel. Have a great day, everybody. I'm driving from Phoenix to Sedonia. It takes a couple hours. I'll be locked in. So appreciate you tapping in, Michael Daniel. We're still working on that left-handed first baseman for you. Woodward Sports chat thread, Tarek Scooble 29. Good to see Scoobs jumping in the chat.
Shout out Scoobs.
Breaking news here from Tarek Scooble in the chat. Corbin Burns is going to be a Tiger next season. We're also going to get Soto and JV and Flaherty.
Okay.
Well, we don't need JV. We need pitchers that can be on the playoff roster.
Oh!
It's good to see it. Good to see Neil still being Neil.
I don't want to hear it next year, and I know
Hey,
I'm going to.
You're going to
They
hear
didn't
it.
miss
gonna
that
hear it.
pan away on the broadcast, though, after it was over. JV in the corner of the dugout. Just
Yeah.
boo-boo face.
I know.
Honestly, Chris Fetter can fix him.
Facts.
Okay,
Facts.
everybody.
Facts. Talk your shit,
I'm
Spear.
telling you he can. If you could get him on a deal, Chris Fetter could make him a easy number 2 on this stat.
Oh my God.
I guarantee it. I guarantee it.
Scoobs, Verlander, Job. Who says no?
And pray for rain. Yeah. Just run the bullpen the rest
I'll
of the
tell
time.
you what, I really do think that Flaherty's coming back. Have you seen him like tweeting at the Tigers?
Yeah.
Like he tweeted the little handshake emoji yesterday after they won.
Mm-hmm.
I'd
Scoops,
take him back.
Verlander, Flaherty, Joe.
Who says no?
Jay Washington wants to know, D-Mac, is Maz taller than Altuve? He might be.
Barely though. If he is, barely.
I love Maz.
Yeah, Maz.
I mean, I need a height off between Altuve
A
and
height
Maz
off?
and Draper. I mean, that's just like, you know, like we need a height off. But I'm gonna give Maz the benefit of the doubt.
You think he's taller? He
Yeah,
probably
barely.
is. Barely. He's probably barely taller.
Scraping.
No, all right.
Kiazi, sorry, real quick. Kiazi in the Woodward Sports Chat. Chris Fetter is Ben Johnson. Chris Fetter is better than Ben Johnson. Chris Fetter is better at his job than Ben Johnson is at his.
It's hard to argue.
Because
I love Ben Johnson, but Chris Fetter is the best assistant coach in sports.
because all he has to do is grab the shoulder
Yeah.
and then
It just turns the goal.
magically you're good. Mike G, Maz is the Sean Avery of Major League Baseball. I don't know about all that. All right, 5-2 yesterday, the win for the Tigers. And for me, D-Mac, look, playoff baseball always comes down to one or two things. It always does. And the Tigers pitching staff, again, danced around, figured out a way to get it done, and that was it, D-Mac. They held the Astros to what, 3 runs in this series? Right?
Yep.
3 runs in this series.
Yep.
Total. You're winning. Mm-hmm. End of story, you're winning. And they won.
Well, did anybody when they got down, and I know it was frustrating, whatever, like that, when you were up and then you got down in the bottom of the 7th and stuff like that, but that, you look at it and you go, oh man, that sucks, but it's like, oh, I'm not worried.
Yeah.
That's what this team does. It almost wakes them up. They're not going to quit for the last 6 outs, and they proved it. They ground, and even you look at the tying run, force the pitcher into a bad pitch, right? So that's one of the things and the keys is the way they've commandeered the base path. And I know I heard a story on the radio the other day about Joey Cora, who obviously you see him pinwheeling at third base and waving guys in, but doesn't really say much in the locker room. But when it came to the base run, and he let them all have it, and the end of it was Zach McKinstry's like looking around, going, "Oh, yeah, sounds about right. Okay," you know. And they're younger, they're faster, they play hard, right? If it doesn't matter if anybody else doesn't believe in them, they believe in themselves, and they play that way.
Yeah.
Right. There's one thing to talk about it, Neil, but there's one thing to show it. That doesn't mean victories all the time, and it doesn't mean that the magic carpet ride continues, but they got a shot. That's all you want. It's like AJ Hinch said, somebody let the Tigers get hot. Now look out.
And the moment that I haven't heard anybody around here talk about is, for me, when Joe Espada went to Hader with
8th inning.
with 8th inning, I believe I want to get this exactly right. Hader came in after Colt Keith walked.
Yep.
You knew that Torkelson was coming up next, and you knew that Zach McKinstry was up after that. If you're going to let him pitch to Torkelson, then you know that they're going to pinch hit for McKinstry. Mm-hmm. And who's pinch hitting for McKinstry?
Andy Ibanez, the lefty killer.
And the best part is AJ Hinch had both things ready to go. First of all,
Yeah.
McKinstry was hitting the ball hard. So
Yeah.
he had a great. We wouldn't have won that game if it wasn't for Zach McKinstry. The play he made in the first inning to get Altuve at first, that was the best play I've seen made at third all year. And it kept Altuve off the base pass. But if they go with the righty instead of the lefty, you could pinch hit Wencel Perez.
100%.
You're getting a good bat either way.
100%. And he walked in. Espada walked into the worst situation possible. To have Andy Ibanez up there in that spot with the numbers flipped, it's a wrap.
Yeah.
And he got the job done. And, like, that is what that one decision closed the door.
Yeah.
It closed the door on the Astros. And A.J. Hinch was just playing chess against a man who was playing checkers. And it's so apparent. And the Astros are so dumb for getting rid of him. But I'm glad they did.
Maz in all his bewilderment and knowledge yesterday said something that was pretty that stuck with me a little bit. Shout out to Megan Hind in the Woodward Sports chat. She says Abanya's triple, it was a double, right? And then he advanced on the throw.
Yep.
Will go down in Tigers history like Maglio's home run.
Facts.
That's what I said. I asked Maz. I was like, is the Abanya's double
No.
That's a
gonna
little
be the
No,
next
Neil,
home
no,
run of this generation?
That's
Maz
their-
said no because there's bigger hits to come.
Yeah, and that's
Well,
why.
okay, all right.
To win a wild card round, it's not going to be up there with
No, it's the
Maglio's.
biggest,
No, but it's
the
they-
biggest hit in the last 10
Yeah, it's their
10
first
years
playoff
of the
win in
Tigers.
13 years.
Yes.
Like, come on.
No, I don't disagree with that. I don't know why everybody wants to talk about taking Justin Verlander, but we're talking about the biggest Tigers win in over a decade.
Yeah.
We're not talking about bring Justin back. There's a reason he wasn't on the roster. Ineffectiveness is the reason. So here we go. Woodward Sports chat thread, jump into there. Let's go Revving Sparty. Then Hader refusing to throw the slider to Andy after he just missed with the outside fastball. I was like, oh boy, here comes the backdoor slider. But nope. And yes. Dude, Josh Hader's mentally small.
Yeah.
Mentally small. So I'm glad he's your
Ask the
problem.
councilman. That was a
Yeah.
good text from the councilman last night because he did the same thing. Wouldn't refuse to pitch. At least he, that's something. Your closer can't be mentally small, as you say. Now.
Yeah.
No.
of money.
Adiz 411, you brought up something. Let's talk about this when we come back because it's look like it's on to the Guardians. We talked about the game yesterday. We know what the story was. They stayed hot. The Tigers stayed hot.
Yep.
Like that's what it was. And no, there is something else I do want to talk about, but I'm going to leave this one highlighted here, Adiz. We'll get to that one in the second segment. Let's do this. Let's take the break and come back and talk about a few things, like Lady Jane's haircuts.
Absolutely. Walk in any Lady Jane's haircuts for men today. Open 7 days a week. Sit back, relax, and enjoy a $20 haircut, special scalp massage, hot leather neck shave, and a towel treatment from one of the talented stylists. Take advantage of the $20 haircut special. Just scan. There it is up there. Right there. Scan that code for the deal. Lady Jane's haircuts for men open 7 days a week. Walk in any time. Always welcome. Lady Jane's haircuts for men. It's wicked awesome.
And let me tell you about 1800 Tequila, the official tequila of the Woodward Sports Lions watch party and post-game show. Come out and enjoy 1800 Tequila live at Hayes Social with the boys every weekend, except for this week, obviously, bye week. But Hayes Social is where it's at, and 1800 Tequila is the best, smoothest tequila in the game. Proud partners with the Detroit Lions. 1800 Tequila, it'll get you right, but please drink responsibly.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today. A ton of fun, a ton of sports, and a ton of man meat. Welcome to the Woodward Heavyweights, live daily 5 to 7 p.m. on Woodward Sports. It's bear hunting season, and Dan Campbell is hungry for some kneecaps.
If you can just get a hold of them and you start dragging their ass out to the deep, dark abyss, you can drown them.
The Kings of the North are back for another year of the brand new Lions. Make sure you're locked in to Detroit's #1 sports network for all the news and info on your Detroit Lions.
Woodward Sports, let's go.
Neil Rule here for Feldman Automotive. You guys know about Feldman Chevrolet in Novi. They are Michigan's #1 Chevrolet dealer. Ryan Poulter will be on later for the picks, the Fade Ryan segment. Take all the money you win and buy a car from FeldmanAuto.com. You can afford it. But anyway, though,
You
did you? I did, yeah. Did you know there's 18 Feldman Automotive locations? Not just Chevy either. They got Ford, they got Kia. Pretty much any car that you want. All you have to do is go to FeldmanAuto.com. Find the kind of car you want. You can even start the buying process online right there. All the tools are there. Then you get to take advantage of the Feldman Advantage, the easiest car buying experience in the game. They got me my car in the time it took to do my show. Like that was it. I filled out one form online. Then they're like, here's your keys. Remember, it was on the show, as a matter of fact. So, yeah, guys, I mean, again, Feldman Auto, they're rooted in the community. They're rooted in Detroit for going on 3 decades now. They do great work with the Children's Miracle Network hospitals as well. It's not just a car business. It's a car community, and the community is Detroit. FeldmanAuto.com. All right, keeping it pushing. Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network, Neil Rule, Darren McCarty, KG, Spencer Raxter, all of you in the Woodward Sports chat thread. And D-Mac, obviously, too, we'd be remiss if we didn't mention a valued member of the chat family is going through it right now.
Yeah, valued member of the chat family and the Red Wing community, and we all know and love Tammy Chin out there, but through her husband, Dan Schultz, who's in the hospital, had a stroke. But recovering, you look good in your bed there, Danny boy, and I know that the hardest part is going to be missing the next couple exhibition games, but it's only exhibition. We'll be ready for opening night. Just know that everybody here at Woodward Sports and Big D Energy and all of us love you guys very much and appreciate all your support, and we're with you. So thanks for all the support, but it goes both ways. So everybody, if you get a chance, and anybody else who's going out there who's struggling a little bit, know that we're all in this together. So thanks, Neil.
Absolutely,
Love you, Tammy.
Tammy. Yep, we're thinking of
thoughts
you.
and prayers.
Absolutely, we're definitely thinking of you. But just kind of one more thing I wanted to bring up about the game yesterday, and people talk about it in the chat a little bit, and for me, D-Mac, like, look, if you want to, I talked about just the managing masterclass that AJ Hinch, and you guys know, I'm the founder of the A.J. Hinch Fan Club Detroit chapter. I'm the president, the founder. Since the second I've walked into this, what?
You're Sam Crow?
Of the A.J. Hinch Fan Club.
I
Detroit chapter president, Midwestern region representative at the conferences that are held every year in Atlanta. That is where I'm at. So you know this. But it was a hot topic of discussion, right? Like the Jackson Jobe thing. Mm-hmm. People are down with it, I think, because we got away with it to some degree. I see what he was doing. I would love to, when this is over, maybe in December or something like that, maybe meet up with AJ over at Birmingham Pub and have a drink.
Nice bourbon.
And whatever AJ's flavor of choice is.
Won't you, Steve, and AJ have a bourbon night, or maybe you'll be down in the office?
When we run it, we'll probably be in the suites at one of the Wings games, I think. It'll be Stevie Y, myself, and AJ Hinch.
Absolutely.
Holding court.
Right.
Just talking about life and
presidential
stuff like that.
things.
Yeah, presidential things. Like
Makes
leadership.
sense. On brand.
Yeah, like leadership stuff. Talk about furnaces and that type of stuff. But I would like to have a drink with them one time and say, how much were you feeling it, AJ? Like with the decision to bring Jobe in, I thought, even for me, I thought it was aggressive. Yeah. I was texting with my buddies. I was like, and even my buddies were like, "This is aggressive."
I liked it.
I loved it.
I liked it too.
Well, we love it because we got away with it.
Yeah, but still.
No, because what did he come in there? He came in there throwing straight. You put him in the most high volatile situation as a young guy, and you're not expected to more succeed, but the fact is the fact that he got that heat. He got that high pressure situation. When are you going to get that at his age? Mm-hmm. I think it pays off. And because I'm sure in the back of AJ's mind, it was somebody that could throw strikes. Mm-hmm. And it was somebody that put the ball in play or...
Yes, the stuff.
He does
have the stuff. So that experience, he's not done in this playoff series. And I think that he's going to be impactful, but that when you're making all the right moves, right, and you can get a little saucy with a few. This is one he got a little little saucy, but there was always
we're on the same highway.
But there always was going to be a payout if he didn't succeed, right? Because you got to look at the kid. How are you going to put him? Nobody's been in that high volatile situation for the Tigers
in over a decade.
Right. Over a decade, right? So this is going to benefit moving down the road, and I think something had to do it. I think the conversation, right, is AJ's like before the game or whatever with Chris Fetters, can the kid handle it mentally? You mentioned about weak sauce, Josh Hader, their closer, his mental midget as a closer.
Right.
I don't find that in the youth and with Jackson Jobe. I think that he's going to use this and build from it. And plus, when a young guy goes out there and does that, when you come back to the bench, the boys want to pick him up, right? It's like a goal, like Ozzie when he was young, letting in a goal or something like that. No, we got you.
Yeah,
we'll pick you up. You did a great job. You only got 2. What would you expect? I mean, that could have blown out of proportion.
It could have been worse.
Bases loaded.
It could have been worse.
It could have been a lot worse. And the fact that you're only down a run with the team that you have right now, I think it's one of those, Neil, where you got to make those, even as calculated, like say that you are or I am or whatever like that. There's sometimes you got to throw the coin flip up there or just throw it out there and let things happen.
And I love it because even, you give him 6, 7, 8, and you got 9 as a buffer. You can't hit the first batter. You can't hit the first batter.
Non-negotiable.
He had the hips a little bit. He was excited. He's a young kid in there.
So okay, and
even when it comes down to bases loaded, he made the pitches to get out of that situation. He had a first a ground ball hit right to Torkelson. Torkelson put it in Jake Rogers' chest. Unfortunately, he dropped it. Weak pop out to foul territory by Altuve. If Vierling gets behind that ball, he can deliver a strike to home and it wouldn't score a run. Now, he shouldn't be in that situation to start off, but he made the pitches to get out of it. His defense didn't help him out as they should have.
Neil, my question to you, was the moment bigger than Jackson Jobe? Or did to me, it didn't seem like the moment was big. Look at exactly what you said, right? He cost himself that's youth. He's gonna come in there excited. How would you be at 21 years old? I don't care what stuff you have stepping on the bright light.
You had 4 innings of baseball before
but then, dude, you did.
It's wild, dude. This is all wild.
I get it.
Right? So to me, it wasn't like, and you've seen it, where the moment is bigger than the person either at bat or on the mound. And it wasn't the case there.
And I'll come full circle, unlike some people that do this job in this town. I told you guys I was listening on the radio, and I am sad that I missed that because I didn't see the body language, the look on his face. I'm big on that, D-Mac. I know you're big on that.
100%.
Because that tells you the truth.
He wasn't worried until it started getting really bad. Once the bases got juice, you could kind of see it on him. But besides that, he looked like he was ready to go.
Yeah, even then, he got a weak ground ball to first base and a foul out by Jose Altuve. He made the plays.
And Neil, we was talking about it before the show. When else were you going to put it? You know you were going to get Jackson Jobe at some point. What other spot in this game would you have put him in? It's not like they put him in, runners at the corners, 2 outs. They put him in bottom of the 7th. It's unfortunate that he hit the first batter, but overall, like Spinny said, he did enough to get out of the jam, and you had to see what you had in the kid. You got to put him out in situations like this.
My thing was just not there. Like I would have went to Gunther first, but again, I'm not going to question it.
But you gonna close the game with Joe?
No. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do Gunther, then I'm gonna do Vest, and then I'm getting on the plane and going home.
Okay, but eventually he's gonna have to be in these type of spots, and we're going to see him in the divisional series as well.
I thought it was very aggressive.
But no, it seems aggressive on the surface, but he has the stuff to compete. So I'm not mad at it.
Rotax 583. AJ. It says that AJ was looking at next year and the year after with Jobe. He's maturing the kid. I don't think we realize what the stakes were, though.
No, this wasn't a learning thing. This wasn't maturing him. He's got some of the best stuff on the team. He brought him in there to get out of that inning.
Yes.
Unfortunately, he hit the first guy. But like I said, even when he had the bases loaded, he made 2 plays on the 9th hitter and then Jose Altuve that were weak, should have been outs. Unfortunately, Spencer Torkelson short hop Jake Rogers.
Yeah, that was
still hit him right in the chest. Jake should have made the catch. And Matt Vierling didn't get behind the ball enough, so the runner scored on that weak foul out by Jose Altuve.
Neil, to your point, maybe if the Tigers had lost that first game, I would definitely be more in your boat. You were already up a game. I understand it could have went way worse, and you could have really lost that game behind this decision, but you were up a game. And you had the advantage at that point, so I'm not mad at the decision.
Good to see Jackson Jobe and Tarek Skubal and Andy Ibanez in the chat, by the way. That's big,
right.
That's big. I like that they come back into town.
The flagship could never.
No, never, man, never. But you know what though, D-Mac? I do want to back this up to Game 1, and you know, I always got a purpose when I do this stuff.
Yeah,
right?
I know.
You see why you start Foley at the beginning of the. Could you imagine walking into that?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
You was right.
And Gunther got the double play. And low key, Sean Gunther, man.
Beast.
Let me do this to Sean Gunther right here officially. Sean Gunther, I have to apologize. I was not familiar with your game. Mm-hmm. And I remember the first time watching a game where you came in, I'm giving it to you right now. I didn't know who you were. I didn't know your name.
Yeah.
Sorry, man, I didn't.
And you probably had the reaction, who the hell is this guy?
I did.
I
But
had no
you know
idea
what?
who he was.
Damn it, I'm glad you're here.
Before the last
because
2 months of the
Sean
season.
Gunther's not getting the credit for getting that double play.
Yeah.
That was the biggest moment in a decade. You see how these add up?
Yeah.
You know, when you do this, that Sean Gunther double play was the biggest play in Detroit baseball in over a decade. And Sean, thank you.
Thank you.
I wasn't familiar with your game, but I'm familiar with it now, and I'm glad you're here. Is that fair?
Fair enough.
Sean
And-
Gunther and I are good.
What I like about these guys in the bullpen is they're all used to this playoff usage that they're going to get already. Brisky, Hannafy, Gunther, Vest. These guys have been pitching every day for 2 months. Like they're not worried. You go up there, you give them an inning, you give them an inning and 2/3. They can do the same thing tomorrow. Like these guys have been doing this already, so they're not worried about overusing their arms. Hinch uses them on purpose in situations, and then you can do the same thing tomorrow with the same guys. Tyler Holton is arguably the MVP of this team.
Yeah.
Scooble, Holton, and
I don't know. Will Vest is making a case, though.
Will Vest is insane.
He's the man.
He is insane. I love him.
He should be the closer the rest of this series.
Honestly,
Dude,
he
you
should.
guys realize that Sean Gunther in his career in baseball, he was with the Marlins in 2021 and here in 2024. He had a 9.30 ERA with the Marlins. And then shows up here and gets the biggest double play we've had in a decade.
Chris Fetter.
Chris Fetter.
The Midas touch.
I'm telling you,
Chris Fetter. Chris Fetter, come on. Maybe you get my arm back.
you know how I want that statue of Brad Holmes on top of the Rensen? Mm-hmm. I think that maybe we could get Chris Fetter up there as like one of the disciples at the table or something like that
It's not Judas.
with AJ Hinch.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you know how Brad Holmes at the top of the Rensen like
Yeah,
this?
yeah.
I'm telling you, man.
Well,
Chris
the
Fetter.
Rensen's going to be gone pretty soon.
Oh, yeah,
Do
they
it on
tearing
top
it
of
down.
Not
Kobo.
on my watch.
Do it on top of no.
Or put it in the new park they're going to put over
Yeah,
there.
the new park looks awesome.
Yeah, where have I heard that before?
What?
Are there going to be a bunch of restaurants and hotels and nightlife?
Well, no, it's already going to happen. It's like
for real?
They're
For
demolishing
real?
it.
For real?
They're
Yeah.
demolishing the Rensen pretty soon. Yeah.
Like,
Oh, yeah,
actually, yes.
Yeah. Didn't you hear that one?
I didn't hear it was
went down.
official.
I was down there for Jazz Fest, and I was looking at they got the plans on the
Oh,
Riverwalk
do they really?
already. It looks really nice what they're going to do there, and
I can think of something I thought was going to be really nice,
I'm
too.
cool. You don't need the Rensen and Kobo.
Yeah.
Anything you can do in the Rensen, you can do in Kobo. You don't need the two things
Yeah.
right next to each other.
Tarek's...
This
sorry, go ahead.
This little park thing, it looks
Yeah.
really nice.
It's about time, though. We
Yes.
It's not District
nobody,
Detroit, don't
Nobody
worry.
does less with more waterfront than
Yeah,
we
the
do.
Yeah, for
Riverwalk
real.
is so awesome.
You know?
Biggest riverfront in the country.
Nobody does
That's
less
so
with their
true.
waterfront than we
Yeah.
do.
Nobody does less with as much.
Yeah. Like, for real.
Yeah. That's Detroit, man.
Like the only thing I remember being on the river as like a lifelong Detroiter was when they had that temporary boat casino there.
Oh, yeah. You talking about the Boblo?
Like, for real.
Yeah.
That's all I remember. And that was Canada's. But anyway, Tarek Scuba has a question for me, which is odd. You figure he would ask ownership this, but hey, he let it rip. Hey, Neil, do you think the Tigers need a better closer like Clase or Duran or Diaz? Tarek, I mean, you know as well as anybody, your bullpen behind you's done the job. I probably wouldn't do this in the public forum. I would probably go to Little Chris. Like, say, hey, just hit him up on the text. Say, yo, Little Chris.
That's Little Chris.
You got a couple minutes?
I'm comfortable with Will Vest or Brisky
Foley.
or
My man Sean
Foley
Gunther.
or
Whatever
any of
they're
those
doing's
guys.
working.
We got 6 guys who could be a closer on this team.
36 and 11 in their last 47 games.
I gotta
That's
get
nuts.
I gotta get a Sean Gunther jersey. I gotta get him to sign it.
That'd be
Put it
awesome.
down
Yeah.
in the collection.
Hell yeah.
Speaking of pitchers, can we talk about what we would do about Game 1 ALDS?
After I have some coffee from Sabbath Coffee
Of
Roasters,
course.
I'll get to that.
Because Sabbath Coffee Roasters is the best
Elite.
in the game. The best in
Elite.
the game, and it's not close. If you want your coffee, you can subscribe to Sabbath Coffee Roasters at SabbathCoffeeRoasters.com, and they will deliver fresh, locally sourced specialty coffee to your door. You can pick your favorite roast, order it, use code word Woodward to get 25% off your first subscription order. Sabbath Coffee, start game day off right. I'm telling you, they got the nitro brews too, the little canned nitro brews. Whew, Those things are great. Sabbath Coffee, tap in. They're the best in the game.
To prove that you can get just as strong at Planet Fitness, we're seeing if people can tell the difference between our 75-pound dumbbell and a 75-pound dumbbell from an overpriced competitor gym. Okay, the old flick test, that never fails.
There's literally no difference.
Plus, you can save $28 or more when you join today. Wow.
Why would I pay more to lift the same weights?
It's the Planet Fitness Strong Choice Sale. Save $28 or more. Join for $1 down, $15 a month, cancel anytime. Deal ends October 10th. Planet Fitness. Light price, strong choice.
Is that an octopus in your pants, or are you just happy to see me? See what I did there? Go Red Wings! From Octopi experts, Woodward Sports. Can't get enough Lions coverage? Make sure you catch all Woodward Sports shows every game day. Wake up with Woodward and Maine, giving you the latest insight into the Lions locker room and press conferences. Then join the Lions pregame show, highlighting key matchups, injuries, and what to watch for during the game. Follow all the ups and downs of the live game action with our Woodward Watch Party live on YouTube and WoodwardSports.com. After the game, check out the instant fan and host reactions with the Lions postgame show. Every game, it's wall-to-wall, kneecap-biting, high-fiving, chest-pumping Lions coverage.
Hell yeah!
Only at Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports.
Woodward Sports, let's go.
The bathroom.
Easy, everybody. Shop.woodwardsports.com.
Oh, man,
You can still
D-Mac
get
is
the
the
Boot
man.
Him Kids shirt. Why not?
Why not?
Yeah.
You could have booed Verlander's kids.
I
would
was
have.
booing Verlander.
But he
every
wasn't
time
on the
I
roster.
Oh!
Anyway, hoodies, T-shirts, hats, all of it. Baseball, football, basketball, hockey. There's a Woodward Sports golf line as well. Get your gritty tags, merchandise also. It's all there for you. Shop.woodwardsports.com.
I do have a video. Shout out to Mike G. He just sent it to me.
This ought to be good.
It's the video of Matt saying that yesterday.
Oh, God.
Oh, he clipped it. All
Yeah,
right.
he clipped it.
I'm going to leave the mics up there.
It's so fucking funny. All right. 1 second. Let me turn the buzz beat on.
Yeah. Oh, Spenny, don't call it out.
Yeah, Altuve, you bum. Maybe if you were a midget, you would have. Why don't you grow 6 inches, you asshole?
Fuck him, man.
Fucking douchebag.
We need bands at all the watch parties, man.
He's Maj entering that I don't give up.
Yeah.
Senile,
You're right.
sort of whatever. No governor.
Why
Yeah.
don't you grow 6 inches, huh?
Sean Hart Hughes.
Fired
I
up.
fucking love man.
Sean Hart Hughes says playoff baseball is so much fun.
It is.
Guys, again, enjoy this because it's the only one it's the only one we're ever gonna have without with whatever happens is cool. Like for real, enjoy this, guy. That's why I love this so much. And you guys know, man, like nobody was more pissed about their state of affairs than me.
Yeah,
Nobody.
That's facts.
But you let that go, and for real, because everything from here is a bonus. Everything's a bonus. Every game we get, every good moment we have, everything is a bonus.
Hasn't been?
No, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, no, he coming around.
It's all free.
I mean, this our boy who's like smoked his way through his habit.
Right.
You know what I'm
Terminal
saying?
Neil over here.
I'm the
Right.
How do you not quit an addiction but actually get it back under control?
Right.
Remember,
He's still on the smack, but
Yeah.
it's
It's
in moderation now.
We use it on the weekends.
Yeah, right.
dealer or something.
It's only on the weekends.
It's because we're all the same. I said it yesterday, right? Like, because Kenny and I were apathetic, like everybody. Like, it's so the way organically, and you've lived and died with this to the bitter end. So it's awesome, but it doesn't matter how we got here. We're all here.
We all
the same.
here.
And
We all
that's-
here.
You look at the watch parties. You look at downtown. I mean, the games are already sold out. I mean, what you would expect and stuff like that. Like, I was just trying to think, Neil. And I know we want to talk about like the pitching and stuff, but I was just trying to think. Because we had expectations for the Lions last year to make the playoffs, and right? So what was the last time you sort of got, like, surprised? Like, because this is all organic to whatever else, but out of nowhere, and it's like, oh, my God.
Like that Lions run at the end that they did
2022.
make it, that was the same.
Yeah.
That was the organic, like,
And
hell, whatever
sorta,
happens is
sort
cool.
of
Right.
like the Wings last year at the end of the season, the way they played Montreal.
Except they actually made it.
Control. Well, I mean, the different people make different rules. Just don't, Kenny, why you have more wins than other teams?
Right. It's
I don't
stupid.
understand.
Yeah,
But the magic of those last 3 games, 4 games, whatever, it was magical. Like LCA and like listening to the games on the radio for the Tigers and at the end of the week, like the crowd is just roaring. And again, we get this, and then next year there's expectations, and it almost becomes like a grind as a fan. You know what I'm saying?
Well, it's
You rarely
look
get
at
this.
your Lions fandom this year, right? It's changed
Right.
because you have expectations, and we live and die throughout each game and pass and this and talk
Some
about
of us are doing better dealing with it than others.
Facts.
I think that's fair to say. But in the end, D-Mac, there is no one game for the Lions this year that's going to determine anything unless they don't get in the playoffs. If they get into the playoffs, it's all that matters. And when they're in there, then we're all in. Then it's life or death. But until, we're just kind of playing with our food right now. You know what I'm saying? And like, we can't leave the table until the playoffs. So, that's my point. We never get this. I can count on my one hand how many times this has happened. We've had like that organic run.
Yeah.
Like when the first time the Pistons won 50 games. After the bad boys came, they tore it apart. They went down to teal uniforms and Loy Vaught, and like it was it was rough.
You went deep.
It was rough.
It was.
And then that first time that they got good, it was like plutonic fun. Like that's what this is now, and I just want the people to react as such. And the Tins actually, because they retired the W at the end of the season, look it up, are cutting payroll even more. It's been a magical year. Well, Bern, we're going to have that discussion after this is over.
I can't wait to.
Because there's been some news about Diamond Sports and Bally's, and I'm going to translate it for everybody. But we're not doing that now. We're doing that later. So I know you want to talk about the pitching thing, but you know what? Since we got like 5 minutes or so left, I've been wanting to do this, and we're going to do it now.
All right.
What was a moment for the Tigers this year when you thought, okay, this is real? And I'm going to tell you when it was for me. When they were in San Diego and they were about to be swept and they're down 3 runs going into the bottom of the 9th, and Parker Meadows is up against a guy throwing 103 miles an hour. And I was down in Florida for work. I had just turned it on my phone, listening to it in the hotel. And Parker Meadows hits the opposite field grand slam. His first opposite field home run since high school.
Yeah.
Since high school. And I said, you know what? This is like divine intervention now. Like somebody's making this stuff happen. You can't write that. You can't write that. And that was when it popped in my mind. And I was like, you know what, man? Like, there's something to this. If they can do this, this, and this, then they can be in the spot. And then they would go do this, this, and this, and then they got to the next checkpoint. And then they did this and this, and then they got to the next checkpoint. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was the moment to me. And there's so many that you can choose from. And then the secondary one, it goes to show you, like, it didn't have, like, quote-unquote direct impact because the Mariners were – this was the kill shot for the Mariners. But that game where they were playing the Yankees and they were a game behind the Tigers – and the Mariners were down 2-1 in the 10th, and it was the bottom of the 10th. They had a runner on third with 1 out, and their batter swings and misses, and the bat slips out of his hands and goes down the third base line, and the runner jumps out of the way towards the dugout, and the Yankees catcher throws it down to third, and they tag the guy out. I was like, no baseball person has ever seen that happen before. And then that was a kill shot that eliminated them. It's just, that was the moment for me. Anybody else got one?
No, the Meadows home run for sure. Right, like that was the one where, well, these guys just won't go away. The one that gets me, Neil, is that when we sit here, because it goes back to, well, if they just win 2 out of the 3 games and go 666, which no one has ever done, well, guess what? Who just did it, right? The Tigers at the end of the year just put that, what we didn't think was possible because no other baseball team had done that over time. Like, this is who it is, right? So to me, it was the Meadows. Because
just how
if you go
unlikely
back,
that is.
That was like the wake up to whatever else to bring it going. But that's the first thing that came to my mind. And because right, they lose that game, we're not even having this conversation right now.
Mine was in the Dodgers series, that game that they won like
Larry,
11-9.
Larry Roberts is in the chat. That was kind of early, though.
Yeah, that was before trade
It
deadline.
was. I could see like the makings of it because Kiter Montero got shelled in that game. He went like 5 innings. He gave up like 8 runs or something like that. And then Chris Fetter just pieced together like 6 other bullpen pitchers to come out there, finish that game, hold it close, and the Tigers end up winning it. And that was like, wow, he can work around a bad start like that from one of your few starters you have. That's impressive. That's how you win games late in the season.
And it's something under AJ Hinch too, where even through the bad times, this team always did hang around in games. Like
Absolutely,
they rarely got punked. You know what I'm saying? So I get what you're saying there. Larry Roberts said the same thing then. It showed me how gritty they were. But that was so early on. It was still so far away.
The other one was the Williamsport.
Yeah.
Yankees with the kids and the comeback. And that to me
was dope,
might have been, if you asked them, if somebody remembers this question for after the season or whatever like that, what did that, because to me, with the youth and all that, and we were like, we were bagging on the Canadian kids for cheering the Yankees and stuff like this, but with a lot of young guys in your lineup and stuff like that to take them back, to me, that seems like that's where a lot of the air in their sails came from. To be able to do that against the Yankees, I mean, if you're anybody in Major League Baseball, do you want to play the Tigers right now?
Absolutely not.
No, and you remember, D-Mac, like we came in and we talked about that game.
Yeah.
And that was like, I think for me, that was one of the ones that kind of got me back on board, because those punk-ass kids that were sitting there rooting for the Yankees.
Punk-ass little Canadian.
Yeah, I remember you said you watched it and you felt good for the first time in a while.
100%. Like, that was like...
Well, you were that was early into booing them kids, so you were just getting warmed up, and now you're
priming the pump.
Now you're a seasoned veterans at booing kids. So.
Right. No, well, according to Kelly Stafford, that's what we do here, so I wanted to be on brand.
Facts.
But, no, that Yankees game, though, is the one that kind of... I didn't think it was possible, but it did galvanize me.
Yeah.
Like,
because you was full junkie at that point.
100%.
You was full junkie.
But it made me feel good, though, because in the national spotlight, when we just did what we always do here, man.
Yeah.
Like, in the national spotlight, we're always an inconvenience. And you can go back to the Pistons time and all of it. We're always an inconvenience that, be it a TV network or a league or whatever, just kind of wants to go away, or just to lose to New York,
or they expect us to lose.
Or, and I'm not saying like they cheat or anything like that.
No, but they don't want us to win.
With the broadcast yesterday, and throw garbage like, hey, you and you. Do you know the Detroit Tigers? Yeah, they play in the soccer league or whatever.
Yeah,
But ESPN hated when we won that Williamsport game.
And
they couldn't stand it.
And KG, dude, that was the blue magic stuff right there.
They didn't even do an interview after the game, like with any of the Tigers players. They just cut right to SportsCenter or whatever it was.
Right.
Dude, that's fucking.
They hated it.
You know, it'd be Aaron Judge and Giancarlo Stanton, Juan Soto, all a triple teaming Scott Van Pelt or something.
Right.
If it was the Yankees winning.
Jesus.
It was ridiculous.
Joe Lowry, as soon as Baez went out and we won four games in a row right there, that's when
the biggest
I knew.
moment of the season, right? When Baez got injured.
What about you, KG? What was the moment?
Mine would be middle of September when they had that series where they faced Baltimore, then they had Kansas City and Baltimore again. Because I think at that time, we all knew that they had to win a lot of games in order to actually close the gap. And I can't remember how many games they won, during that stretch, but they won enough to officially close the gap from, what was it, like 5.5, and they brought it to within like a game and a half. And then, of course, they went out, I think it was the Tampa Bay series after that. They went out and handled business. But it was that stretch right there that showed me, like, okay, this is actually for real, because nobody believed they was going to really climb out of this hole. And yes, they needed some luck to happen. They wasn't just going to get out of it with they play alone. But the fact that you had all that magic, you had the Twins falling at the same time, that you were winning games during that series, you bested Baltimore a lot of those games and were able to put yourself in a position to where you got in the wild card race.
My sister's boyfriend, Alex, just sent me this picture. So shout out to Alex because that's a good one.
Oh my God.
I love the Hobbit.
That's good stuff.
Yeah.
Can you text that to me, Spenny? The Alavila chat group would like that
Yeah.
one. Skydog 722 Neil, the 1987 Tigers. They still had the bones of the World Series team, though.
Yeah.
You know, they still had they still had the pretty much the core intact for that 87 team. So yeah, it is. It's just it's wild because everybody's answer is different.
Yeah.
Everybody's answer is different. I think for me that kind of changed my attitude about the team. I didn't anticipate them ripping off 30 out of 40 wins.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Nobody did. But when they did finally break down and send Javi away, you guys can track this back. Once they sent him away, you saw me put my Dukes down, right, to some degree.
Yeah, you did.
We all did, and because of the reason of what it is, it not more apparent than anything else watching guys battle at the plate or whatever. As far as let me ask you this question, right? Pre-Javi, post-Javi, hasn't the whole lineup looked more disciplined at the plate?
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
The vibes have been better.
They're doing what Scott Harris and AJ Hinch want them to do. They're staying in the strike zone, punishing pitches when they get them over the plate, and not swinging at ugly shit.
Yeah.
It's great to see.
And Neil, I told you this before. It all culminated that day when we faced the Cubs, and he had that standing ovation, and you came in here and you got a little bit emotional.
Pissed.
And you laid it out, on the line, the stuff with Javi Baez. But without that game, I don't know if that they necessarily sit him down, because at that point they were still batting him like 6th or 7th in the lineup. And that day happens, and now they start pushing him to 9th. And now he gets hurt, and they tell him to go home essentially. Like without that game and just I don't know what else to call it but embarrassment, because it was kind of like you were embarrassed that he's out there pimping these cheers and all that from the Chicago Cubs fans when he's done nothing for this Tigers organization in 3 years.
Those feelings are coming back right now.
But
just talking about it.
But that's where it all culminated,
Yeah.
and that was low key the change.
All right, we got to get to the break. Larry Roberts' best decision they ever made, like you've been saying all year, Neil. Get rid of that clown Baez out of here. No, I mean.
Trey Sweet. Somebody said, sorry, real quick before we go to break. Somebody in the chat yesterday in heavyweight said Flaherty should still be on this team. No, because we wouldn't have Trey Sweeney and we wouldn't be in the playoffs.
Facts.
What if I told you Scott Harris was a low-key buyer?
Yeah.
A sale turned into a buy. You love it.
Maybe
That
he was
he's
buying
going to
the
get a
whole time.
return on get Flaherty back and then have still arguably your shortstop for the next.
Well, he can still go get Flaherty next year.
That's what I'm saying.
Exactly.
And you still have Sweeney. You needed Sweeney more than anything.
More than
And
anything.
I'm not going to say you needed him more than Flaherty because, but to what he meant at the time to this team, give Scott Harris his props.
Yep.
And AJ, they made that move. You can't say Trey Sweeney hasn't had the glove and the production at that shortstop position that we were lacking from Baez.
And if you keep Flaherty and don't make the playoffs, it's a fail at the trade deadline, flat out.
That's true, because we would have murdered.
We would have murdered him.
Harris.
Exactly.
Oh, Eduardo Rodriguez again, huh?
Yeah, there it is.
There
it is.
Oh, by the way, nice $80 million deal, Arizona Diamondbacks for Rodriguez.
Good luck with that.
Erod's one of my most hated baseball players ever.
But the Trey Sweeney trade, turns out that was the second best trade of all time. The first best is when you trade $24.99 a month for a Black Card membership at Planet Fitness.
Elite.
Over 50 Metro Detroit locations, over 2,600 of them worldwide as well. It's the best gym in the gym game for a plethora of reasons. Clean facilities, you can go take your shower, clean locker rooms, all of that. They're always in there taking care of business on the cleaning side of it. Tons of treadmills, tons of cardio equipment. If treadmill's not your thing, they got the stepper. Stepper's not your thing, they got the elliptical, and they got tons of them. Elliptical's not your thing, tons of the bikes as well. You want to clang the weights? Spencer Raxter's doing it. You can do it at Planet Fitness too. Stretch stations, 30-minute circuits, all of it. As they say in their commercial, why are you going to pay more money to lift the same weights? A 50-pound dumbbell at Planet Fitness is the same as any other 50-pound dumbbell anywhere, except it only costs you $24.99 a month for a Black Card. What are we talking about here? Some of you are paying $80, $90 a month. PlanetFitness.com, join there. Pull in the parking lot on the way home and join there. It's Planet Fitness, Darren McCarty.
Planet Fitness, where your fitness is essential.
What about second best?
Second best, Detroit. It's the new spot for everything Detroit sports, namely the Woodward Sports pregame show. Sundays on game days, we're out there. Myself, Sean Belizean, 42 Watson Street, out there sipping on the Tullamore Dew Irish whiskey, because when it's game time, it's Tully time, and it's always game time at Second Best. It's literally like 2.5 blocks from LCA. So when you guys are going to Wings games, when you guys are going to Pistons games, even Lions games, as we talked about, Second Best is the spot. I'm telling you guys, chicken sandwich slaps as well. Second Best Bar, come get some.
Feldman Chevrolet, Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer, is kicking off the game with the best prices on all cars, trucks, and SUVs, like this 2024 Silverado for just $296 a month, or this 2025 Equinox for as low as $371 a month. Our locations in Novi, Highland, New Hudson, Livonia, and Lansing means we have the perfect Chevy right in your backyard. Get the home team advantage every day at Feldman Chevrolet, Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on Shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward Golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
How would you like $10 of free products from Dispo Dispensary? Screenshot this image with the QR code and bring it to any Dispo location. You'll get a free $10 to spend in-store with a minimum purchase. Oh, that side. Of $25. Visit Dispo Dispensary today or disposhops.com. Dispo Dispensary, your local cannabis plug.
All right, keeping it pushing. Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network. Man, we got a top 5 list to get to. We got this pitching discussion for Tarek Skubal. We got the picks coming up with Ryan Poulter from Feldman Chevrolet. Make sure you break them off the link, I guess, if you haven't already.
Oh, I sent it to him, yeah.
I know you did. I just wanted to hear you say that on the mic. Oh, I did that already. I know. I'm the AJ Hinch of this network, man.
You kind of are in a lot of ways.
Like, yeah, you're gonna say what I want you to say, whether you want to say it or not. So we're up here doing it. People ask me, why is it called Second Best Bar? I don't know, probably because they're going to build another one, even better.
Yeah, there you go.
And they're just pre-naming it.
And they have the first best chicken sandwich in the city.
They absolutely do.
Like, literally amazing. And I believe they own Grey Ghost across the street as well, which has the best cheeseburger in Detroit.
That's a bold claim.
Look at the look on
That's
that man's
a bold
face.
claim.
It is the best.
Don't lie to me.
It is the best burger I've ever had in my entire life.
Don't lie to me, boy.
I swear to God.
You know what that is? That's a 1:48 a.m. Streets of Royal Oak look.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where it's about to go down.
Yeah.
That's called Comet Burger.
Yeah. That's
in Royal Oak.
Yeah. It's not the red cheeks pushed up with the smile and the laughing about clowns and Aaron Gibson's mom and all that stuff. Did you see the text I sent you yesterday?
No, that was funny.
I did, yeah.
All right.
That's good stuff.
She would wear his shoes as part of the clown outfit.
Who's that?
Aaron Gibson's mom. You know she was a professional clown? Remember Aaron Gibson from Wisconsin?
Yeah, huge.
And
his mom.
Our Vandalay, Hunter House, love Hunter House. I'm a Tellway guy.
Yeah.
You know, that's by me.
Yeah.
But you respect Hunter House.
Hunter House is
That's
great.
the one at 11 and John R?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's mine too.
Does not compare to Grey Ghost. It's like I'm
Well,
telling you.
I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try it.
Sliders versus a hamburger.
No, yeah,
bro.
but somebody
two
said
different things.
better than Hunter House, Benny.
I'll tell you,
Grey
shout
Ghost
out, I'll
burger
tell
is
you, go
insane.
burger, go check out. Go to the House of Shamrocks in Hazel Park and get yourself a D-Mac burger.
There you go.
Oh, you got your own burger?
Of
Fuck
course
yeah.
you do.
Look at this guy.
Son.
Look at this
What's
guy.
on it? Poutine?
It's got everything. No, it's got bacon and an egg.
Nice.
Oh, I love
It's
it.
got
Nice.
the
That
egg.
way you
love
can have
a
it for
burger with
breakfast
egg.
or dinner.
You can have it anytime.
Anytime.
You want to talk about that 148 back in the day? That's where it was invented.
Woodward Sports chat thread. Lots of love for Comet Burger on there. Lots of love for Grey Ghost as well.
It's I'm telling you, my boy, one of my best friends, Josh, used to work there. He would hype it up all the time. I just had it 3 weeks ago for the first time.
Yeah.
It's the best burger.
I got to pull up, man, for
Yeah,
sure.
for
It's
sure.
literally right across the street from Second Best. I'm pretty sure it's the same owner.
Okay.
No, Mike O, we're not going to talk about dwarf clowns. All right? So don't start. We did it yesterday. Everybody got their laugh.
You guys talked about dwarf clowns yesterday?
No, we talked about regular clowns.
We talking about dwarf clowns now?
No, we're not.
Speaking of that, Terrifier 3.
Coming out, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, you know what? We need a hard reset. Let's do the break now and come back with the top 5 list.
That's fair.
Let's do it.
The other team's going on a run, and I'm going to call a timeout.
Yeah. That's fair.
You know, like, I got to stop the run. So let's do this. Top 5 road trip snacks. This is D-Mac's list. When we come back, we're getting into it. Top 5 Wednesday on a Thursday. Tell them about Swiss Insurance, D-Mac.
Now more than ever, critical, absolutely critical for you to have your insurance of any kind reviewed. Swiss Insurance will make sure your carrier is not slipping in any extra fees. How do you go about it? You call my buddy Mark today at Swiss Insurance, 313-530-1698, or go to swissins.com.
To prove that you can get just as strong at Planet Fitness, we're seeing if people can tell the difference between our 75-pound dumbbell and a 75-pound dumbbell from an overpriced competitor gym. Okay, the old flick test, that never fails.
There's literally no difference.
Plus, you can save $28 or more when you join today. Wow.
Why would I pay more to lift the same weights?
It's the Planet Fitness Strong Choice Sale. Save $28 or more. Join for $1 down, $15 a month, cancel anytime. Deal ends October 10th. Planet Fitness. Light price, strong choice.
Can't get enough Lions coverage? Make sure you catch all Woodward sports shows every game day. Wake up with Woodward and Maine, giving you the latest insight into the Lions locker room and press conferences. Then join the Lions pregame show, highlighting key matchups, injuries, and what to watch for during the game. Follow all the ups and downs of the live game action with our Woodward Watch Party live on YouTube and woodwardsports.com. After the game, check out the instant fan and host reactions with the Lions postgame show. Every game, it's wall-to-wall, kneecap-biting, high-fiving, chest-pumping Lions coverage.
Hell yeah.
Only at Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports.
Woodward Sports, let's go.
What happens when you run a great business for over 50 years? You expand and offer more products to more people. Exactly what Les Stanford did by adding Les Stanford Buick GMC. Same great service that customers have come to know and trust. On Woodward Ave, just south of 9 Mile. Check out Les Stanford and Dearborn today at lesstanford.com. Les Stanford Chevrolet. Together, let's drive. Brum, brum.
All right, here we go, everybody. It is Top 5 Wednesday. I know it's Thursday, but it is Top 5 Wednesday. KG brought up a great point during the break. We've had all victory days on the show this week, and I don't know that that's ever happened in the history of Woodward sports. And I say that we should keep it going. Red Wings preseason game watch party tonight at Woodward Sports. Everybody in. D-Mac celebrity appearance.
Flag.
Right, I'm out.
Too aggressive. I'm out too. I mean, gosh.
We're
darn.
in. Preseason watch
Guys are
party.
Fired up. Fired up.
Who's in?
My little heart can't take any more winning.
No.
Are we tired from winning?
Give Kenny a day.
Yeah,
We
please.
won a
Just
little too
just give me a couple days. Let me have a Gatorade first.
All right, John Effing Lord says top 5, top 5, top 5. Yes, it is Top 5 Wednesday. Why is it a top 5, Spenmo?
It's half as boring as the top 10 list.
You know what it is. A lot of shows need a top 10 list just to kill time. We want to do it because people like it, but we don't have time for that because we got real stuff. But we'll do a top 5. That's
do a top
that's
5.
what we're doing. We doing the usual rote?
Yeah.
Leading off, Spencer Raxton.
All right, my top 5 road trip snacks list.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Is that what I think it is?
No, it's not.
Okay, all right.
No, that is a rubber glove.
Oh, okay,
That
all
is a
right.
rubber glove. This was from a.
There's no. Your list is already a bust.
This was from a student council movie night. It was a student council movie night in high school. It was a rubber glove. I do remember that.
Holy shit.
But, I have an honorable mention. I forgot about it until literally just now. But they're the Nutter Butter Bites. They're like, they come in a bag. They're like bite-sized little Nutter Butters. Those are insane. Number 5, I got Cheez-It Grooves.
Slept on.
Cheez-It Grooves, the white cheddar.
You die on that hill,
They
man.
are.
No, they good.
They are insane. They're the future of chip. Cheez-It Grooves. It's in between a cracker and a chip, right in the sweet spot. Love Cheez-It Grooves.
Hold on. Go Blue. I knew Michigan State students were dickheads.
That's fair. This is high school Spenny.
Oh,
high school
shit.
Spenny. But at number 4, I got beef jerky. Any kind of beef jerky. I'm an original guy or a teriyaki guy. Doesn't matter. Love beef jerky. Number 3, honey roasted cashews.
Yeah.
Cashews are the most elite nut.
Most slept on.
No diddy. The most elite nut in the game are cashews, and it's not close. I will argue with anybody. At number 2, I got the barbecue twist Fritos. Those are I could eat an entire bag of those in 10 seconds. And then at number 1, I got the Lifesaver gummies. Preferably the wild berry bag, but the Lifesaver gummies are where it's at.
Hey, Spenny Scabs wants to know, are you sure you're not a Trojan? Or a Sparty?
That's
not
fair.
a Trojan?
Wyatt Bear, on a road trip, I once bought a V8 Splash as a joke. They had just come out. Turns out it was awesome.
They're good.
Yeah, they solid. They solid.
V8 Splash, which is funny because the regular V8 is
Horrible.
awful.
It's vegetable juice though.
It's
the V8
sodium.
Splash is actual fruit.
It's liquid sodium.
Yeah.
That's what
No, that shit is horrible.
V8 splashes are good.
That's what a V8. That's what original V8 one is. A lot of love coming through for combos. You got to let it all play out, everybody.
Yep.
Lots
I ain't
of love
had
for
combos in forever.
peanut butter filled pretzels.
Yeah.
Also, I forgot about combos. I'll admit. KG, batting
Yes, sir.
second.
In the second
Top
position,
5 road trip snacks.
it is me. Bonus points if you can name who's in that picture with me.
Is that your nephew?
No,
Oh.
Is that a Morris?
no, that is DeAndre Levy.
Oh shit!
For real.
Yes, shout out 54, man. He used to
54.
patronize Townhouse bar downtown when
You
I
actually
was.
smile when you get a picture of Levy.
Yeah, of course. So well, at the time, I told him we needed the division. Of course, that didn't happen. But anyway, number
your fault.
number
You did get a
5.
Slim Jim though.
Yeah, number 5 is only when number 1 isn't available. But the Slim Jim, the Tabasco Slim Jim,
Hey.
you can't go wrong with those, man. I always get the extra long one, pause, and yeah, you snack on it for a couple hours, have some chips in between. It's great.
Elite fish bait too. Slim Jims are.
Yeah.
Didn't Levy lead the league in interceptions one year?
I think tackle.
Tackles, yeah, I don't know about picks. But.
All right, number 4.
Yep, number 4, the caramel cheddar popcorn.
Really?
I think they call it Chicago style, but it's really like a Detroit type of thing, man.
That seems aggressive.
You go to Detroit popcorn, you get you a nice little bucket of this, but no, on the road, this is great. Y'all like caramel cheddar popcorn?
I've never tried caramel and cheddar. You talking
it's
about caramel
good.
or
Yes,
cheddar?
the mix.
The
Yeah,
mi- I have
no,
not
the
tried
mix.
the mix.
Oh
The
my.
mix is good.
No, caramel cheddar popcorn mix is fucking great, man. At number 3, Chester's hot fries. I know they not for everybody, but they are cracked to black people, specifically me.
See, that's how I know I qualify.
Yeah.
I love hot fries. It was the Andy Cap hot fries back in the day.
Yeah, but
same deal.
You know,
Exact same deal.
Andy Cap's kind of lost his sauce.
Yeah.
They not horrible. I don't hate on them like most people do, but
Chester's
they not.
are way better.
They not
They
Chester.
are.
Yeah.
No, they are. But that was the Andy Cap hot fries were my gateway to the hot fry realm, which birthed the better made red hot barbecue chips and all that. So I'm telling you, KG, I'm closer than you
The
think.
red hot
you
Funyuns are
working
the
on-
most slept on red hot.
Oh
thing
my,
I understand.
yes, bro.
Red hot Funyuns are
Yes,
so good.
I love Funyuns just period though. They could have made this list, but at number 3, of course, the Chester's hot fries. At number 2, peanut M&Ms,
Elite.
the best
Elite.
candy on planet Earth. You can't tell me
fair.
otherwise. And number
My dad
1,
would agree with you.
beef jerky. And listen, if it's not that one brand that has the Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue, it's either that or you on the road and you just happen to find that beef jerky shop just off the side of the road.
Jerky outlet.
Kind of looks like it's some racists in there, but you go in there anyway.
But you've already made your peace with it, so you can deal with it.
Exactly, but
you know what they're thinking when you walk in. But you
instantly.
want that jerky.
Oh, the teriyaki jerky from those type of places is absolutely elite, man.
yeah.
But that is my top 5 road trip snacks.
All right,
Peanut M&Ms are so good.
Oh, the best.
Some instant reaction. Mike O'Neill is busting out his card right now. I am.
He tried
I'm
to.
making the push.
He tried to.
Dante 151. Andy Cap onion rings are awesome.
They got onion rings?
I did not know that.
Jeff Reviews says hot fries are for people born before 2002. I guess I am, but whatever, man. They're good. KG, they're good.
Yeah, they are.
They're absolutely good.
crack.
I do love the red hot genre.
Yeah.
I celebrate a lot of it.
Yeah,
I
you should do
absolutely
Red Hot Lays if you into the Red Hot stuff. They are good too.
Yeah.
Red
I
Hot
gotta
Lays.
give those a spin. No
Oh
doubt.
my God, it's so
I gotta
good.
save up my sodium for a couple of days.
Absolutely,
But
absolutely.
but I will. D-Mac, you ready to rock, man?
Ready to rock.
Hold on. Go Blue says that's what we call a quote black snack.
Yeah.
Is that the terminology?
What is a black snack? Is it like a black job? No, it can be simpler. Shout out Mike G. Jerky knows no color. It brings people together. That's true. That is a fact.
All right, D-Mac. I've been looking forward to this one.
Anybody know who that is in the picture there?
Oh.
That would be Wayne Gretzky's youngest brother, Brent Gretzky.
Oh, wow.
Damn.
Okay.
Who I played junior with.
Yeah,
him.
you still close with him? I know you guys were
Yeah,
pretty
we
close.
he's a OPP in Canada and Ontario, but still does like NHL alumni stuff.
Just shit on my little DeAndre Levy picture. Okay.
Well, I didn't, way to go, Lentz. At least
You're right.
you know, that's my guy, Lentz. All right. And honorable mention, because I forgot, combos.
Yeah.
And if I'm going to go, it's the pizzeria ones are my
Yeah,
favorite.
I mean, that's pretty
it
much
doesn't
all
matter.
there is.
But trail mix, there's got to be, some peanuts. It could be the Chex Mix brand. It's got to be something like that.
You know what's great about trail mix, D-Mac, is you can convince your mind that it's not as unhealthy as the other stuff.
It's got raisins in it.
Yeah, like, it's
Peanuts.
not awful sugar, but it's still a lot
Well,
of
it's
sugar.
good to know for somebody that cares about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Not a
Fair
fucking, not even comes into my.
Which
I want
obviously-
it, I eat it.
Which
Yeah.
obviously you don't as we go to number 4.
Right.
The nerd gummies,
Yeah, the
right?
gummy
Then
clusters.
specifically, shout out to TOV, Thomas Oliver Vendetta, for introducing these on one of the last wrestling road trips.
Nice.
Those things are fire. Number 3.
Slept on.
I love my pastries, but those mini donuts.
Oh, my
either
God.
The bag
Which
or the little
ones?
I got
ones.
the chocolate.
What flavor though? Are you doing powder, like chocolate? What's your flavor?
I'm more of a chocolate.
Yeah.
Chocolate goes crazy.
Powder's too dirt. I like the crunchy ones too.
Crunchy ones are good.
Those,
Yep.
those ones are good
Crunchy
too.
strawberry ain't bad either.
Not bad, not bad. I
Yeah.
don't like the powder ones because
I feel you.
It's a little messy.
people thinking it's 1990s.
You're right. Tony Montana over here.
Now, there it is. Number 2, jerky and cheese, right? So any combination. Now, you could be up north at one of those Alex markets
Yeah.
or whatever like that, and you can
log
get
cabin one on the way
you
up
can get
north,
the
yeah.
cheese, you can get the jerky of any kind, whatever. But
Yeah.
in your go-to, Kenny, and I'm right with you. If I got to go to that Slim Jim with the one and the cheese in beside
Yeah,
it,
yeah.
then,
You'll
I'll
do it.
go
No,
to
you're
that.
not above it.
The cheese is a slept-on element of that, though. I want to give you props for that. The cheese with the jerky is pretty good.
Right when you're down the road and it's like a 1-and-1, you
sure.
both bite at the same time.
Yeah.
And number 1, right?
Oh,
Again,
I used to smash the Rippets.
dude, there's a green tribute Rippet that is my life right now.
Yeah.
Right? That is my life. They don't have it over there. They got it on my BP. But if you have not tried Rippets and you're into the energy drinks,
They're
they
good.
are, and they're only $1.25 each.
Yeah.
So value, which Neil, I know doesn't probably means they're the worst healthiness, but they're probably, but they work.
They're a step below Monster, but they're pretty good, though. You get the right flavor.
Woodward Sports Chat or Let's Go Red Wings Party. I was big into Rippets when Rip Hamilton was a Piston. LOL.
I've never been a energy drink guy.
Yeah, me neither.
The one I did do was Venom.
Oh, you
when
crazy
Venom was
man.
the thing, I used to drink Venom. That
Great
was
movie.
really good. Great movie.
Shout out Tom Hardy.
Shout out.
I love our top 5 list.
Oh, they're so good.
The people get into it.
Oh,
it
yeah,
makes
man.
me get into it. D-Mac makes me get into it. I just such anticipation of D-Mac's, and it was everything I thought it was. Literally everything I thought it would be.
Yeah.
The diet of a 12-year-old still. I love it, D-Mac.
Hey,
I
that's
love
what
you
it's
for
all
that.
about.
I
Right.
know. I love you for that, man.
Yeah.
I love you. All right, here we go. Last, maybe least, I don't know. Honorable mention. Oh, yeah. That's,
With the UNLV jersey.
yeah, that's my guy, Larry Johnson. You guys know I love that. That UNLV team was one of my favorite teams of all time.
Yeah.
The
Of
Tark.
all time.
The Tark
Oh,
chewing on the
dude.
towel, the
yeah,
coach.
absolutely. Honorable mention to Pringles, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
Those are so
Great.
good.
And they're
Great.
perfect for traveling. They're not in a bag. They're like self-contained, so you can.
What
you
is
know,
it?
They're not in a bag. They're
What
in
are
that
they called?
tin. It's like self-contained.
What are they
like
called?
Pringles.
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 Yeah, in the can, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Get your
Oh,
hand
yeah,
stuck in the can. Do you get the long or the short can? You look like a short can guy.
Yeah, I've back in the day.
Yeah.
it was. It
you
was
was
a
getting your
long-
hand stuck in there, huh? Yeah.
I got it tilted.
No,
I
you just
can't get my
tip.
hand in there.
Yeah.
You just tip the can over. You know, like
Yeah,
that's
It's like
Oh, yeah.
spending
Yeah.
Teeny
That's how you do
Turner.
it.
I mean, that's
number 5, beef jerky, sweet and hot. Team
That's a
sweet
good
and
flavor.
hot.
That's
Sweet
a good
Hot's
flavor.
a good one.
You save up the sodium for a couple of days on on
sure.
the beef jerky. But again, beef jerky is one of those ones. If you work hard enough, you can convince yourself it's healthy because there's a good amount of protein in there.
Exactly.
Even though it's not, but it kind of is. Number 4, Funyuns. Blasphemous that nobody had Funyuns
Love
on their
Funyuns.
It's
list.
an honorable mention for me. I love Funyuns.
Funyuns is elite.
It is.
Back as a kid, watching Hockey Night in Canada on a Saturday night, get a bag of Funyuns. That was a Saturday evening, everybody. That was. Funyuns, absolutely elite. I know it's not a food, but number 3, gum. It feels like, especially when you're driving, like you got, whether you're in an airplane, whether you're driving,
I don't chew gum.
I mean, I do, So
Yeah.
like that's.
I used to be a big gum guy.
So I like it. I respect it. Again, it's not a food or whatever. Number 2, coffee. That's D-Max Rip It. I gotta have it when I'm long driving. I gotta have it. It's a non-negotiable.
Yeah.
And number 1 with a bullet, sunflower seeds. Driving only. I'm not doing it on a long flight. But if I'm driving,
Got a spitter cup.
knocking down those sunflower
What
seeds.
flavor of sunflower seeds?
Who am I speaking to? Who's in the room?
Ranch.
Or dill pickle?
Dill pickle.
Dill pickle. I can respect it.
ranch.
I can respect it. But ranch, that's the one.
I'm a dill
Now,
pickle guy.
if it's just me, probably just plain.
I knew it. I knew it.
But if I'm trying to convince the delegation, KG,
yeah.
read the room.
Dill pickle was acceptable.
I knew dill pickle was acceptable.
pickle's the
I knew
best.
that.
Yeah. It's respected. Not my favorite, but respected.
That was fun, everybody.
Barbecue's good too.
That was
Yeah,
that was a
barbecue
lot
was
of fun,
great.
man. As always, and that was our top 5 list. I know it's on everybody's top 5 list of best pregame shows. Top 1, as a matter of fact.
Top
and that is Football Sundays right here on Woodward Sports. Nobody's doing it better. Every Sunday, 8 to 9 a.m. You have Matthew Broder, you have Terry Foster, and that gives way to the New Holland Brewing Company Lions pregame show, 10 to noon. We're live at Second Best Bar in Detroit on Watson Street. New Holland Brewing Company, also brought to you by Sabbath Coffee Roasters and Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey. Nobody is doing football better than Woodward Sports. Facts. Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men today. Open 7 days a week. Sit back, relax, and enjoy a precision haircut, scalp massage, hot leather neck shave, and hot towel treatment from one of our talented stylists. Step up your game this season and take advantage of our $20 haircut special. Scan the QR code and get your coupon today. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, the ultimate haircut experience. Open 7 days a week. Walk-ins always welcome. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome.
A ton of fun, a ton of sports, and a ton of man meat. Welcome to the Woodward Heavyweights, live daily 5 to 7 p.m. on Woodward Sports. It's bear hunting season, and Dan Campbell is hungry for some kneecaps.
If you can just get a hold of them and you start dragging their ass out to the deep, dark abyss, you can drown them.
The Kings of the North are back for another year of the brand new Lions. Make sure you're locked in to Detroit's #1 sports network for all the news and info on your Detroit Lions.
Woodward Sports, let's go.
Soroki's Crispy Chicken and Pizza is now offering signature wings. They've got 7 different flavors. They're all delicious, whether you want buffalo, garlic, parmesan, lemon pepper, barbecue, whatever you need, you can get it at Soroki's has it for you. 7 different flavors, signature wings, limited time only. To find a Soroki's near you, go to Sorokis.com.
All right, reaction to the top 5 list. Neil Rule, Darren McCarty, KG, Spencer Raxter, back here with you, powering through a Thursday.
We already did top 5 donuts, right? People are asking for top 5 donuts. I think we did that already.
100% we did.
Yeah.
I remember that was one of the more electric ones.
Yeah, it was.
Aaron to the Stone, Neil, that a boy for the seeds. Dill slap. Knew you wouldn't let me down.
Dill pickle guy. That's my dad. When I played baseball, he used to give me dill pickle sunflower seeds and the Fierce Grape Gatorades.
Oh, Fierce Grape.
Anyone that brings up candy corn or black licorice should be banned.
No, for real.
From the show forever.
And I know you asked, did black people like black licorice? No. Nobody likes black licorice.
Yeah, nobody does.
It's in the candy corn family for sure.
Oh, yeah.
There
Circus peanuts, candy corn, and black licorice are just...
Boston beans.
Oh, yeah.
Peanut butter kisses.
Yeah.
Trash.
I don't like the Whoopers either.
Whoppers?
Whoppers,
I don't
whatever.
mind.
I don't mind
They're
them.
chocolate, so
yeah, it's
they're-
like malt
they're
chocolate.
savable.
It's chocolate and malt. Though.
And I don't want to get everybody going because like Mike and Ike's and hot tamales and that's
Mike and Ike's are delicious. Hot tamales suck.
they're the same.
No. Hot
They
tamales
not
are
the- they not
Little
the same.
secret, they're constructed the same.
Yeah, but hot
They are,
tamales
but they
like
not the
cinnamon
same.
flavored. Mike and Ike's are actually good.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk about this Tigers Guardian series because a debate broke out here in our studio on our show. KG wants Scooble to go Saturday.
Yeah.
That's blasphemous.
Is it?
On only 3 days rest.
Is it?
Yes.
How do you think they
It's
won this
blasphemous.
Houston series? They
Not by pitching
dictated.
Skubal on 3 days rest.
No,
he actually
I-
had extra rest.
Well, yeah, obviously, but I'm just saying, if you put Skubal out there, I know it's on 3 days rest, but Skubal is a dog. Like, literally, he is different. He is a Triple Crown Cy Young winning pitcher. You put him out there game one, that's damn near an auto dub, and you dictate the pace of the series from there. But I'm not mad at anybody that says otherwise. Me personally, I want game one bad. And it's in Cleveland. Go out there, make it happen. Skubal on the mound game one for me.
Okay, let's revisit it because we got our guy on right now. D-Mac, you want to do the picks right now? Let's slide the Feldman Pigskin Pick'em Cup. Welcome in our guy. Of course, he is Ryan Palter, Director of Sales out there at Feldman Chevrolet in Novi. Ryan, what is going on, my friend? How are you?
What's going on, gentlemen? How we doing?
Doing
We're all
well,
lighting
man.
the world on fire.
Well, we'll get to that in a second. But Ryan, again, want to shout out the staff there at Feldman Chevrolet. Got my new car. Love it. Really, really enjoying it. You guys went the extra mile. And when I tell everybody it is easy to buy a car from Feldman, it is easy to buy a car from Feldman. So thank you. I wanted to say that.
Well, we appreciate that, Neil, and we try to make it as easy as we possibly can.
And you guys do. What has not been easy for you, however, have been the picks in the.
Well, hang on. Let's not just separate me. Let's include everybody in on this. We've all kind of been there, you know.
This guy and that guy have a championship. So I mean, come on, bro. I mean, I'm just emulating the Tigers season. Slow start. I'm gonna come on strong. Don't worry about us. Congratulations on picking a winner last week, though.
That's something D-Mac did not do. Don't worry, everyone's going to take their turn here, Ryan. It's just so happens you're leading off.
Yeah, you guys just want to know how I feel on a weekly basis when we do this thing. So I'm glad you guys understand. It's painful.
All right. Well, let's get this over with then, like a shot at the doctor's office. Ryan Palter sitting with a 5-7 record. You know, not bad. We're still early in this. Please deliver the picks. You're going into the college world. Pitt, huh?
Yeah. I'm going into the college world a little bit. You know, I visited the University of Pittsburgh's campus. It's a gorgeous campus. Got myself a nice hat. But I think it's more about the team they're playing in UNC. And I want to make sure that everyone's aware that all these lines are brought to you by Caesars Sportsbook.
Oh!
So all these beautiful lines
Professional.
are brought to you by that. And they will they do have odds on how many games I can lose, not win. But no, Pitt -2.5 against UNC. I think it's more about the team Pitt's playing than Pitt themselves. That school down south, Ohio, -19.5. Once again, it's a lot about the school. I mean, let's just be real here. They're the Yankees of college football. They're going to buy themselves a national championship this year, and it burns me to say it, but they are one hell of a team. So -19.5 against Iowa. Iowa, let's just be real. Ohio State's a way better team. And then Washington, I'm buying in on the Jaden train. Choo-choo.
Yeah, everybody is.
-3, and those are some good picks, I believe.
All right, well, Ryan, you know exactly what I'm going to go to on that. You can't just take favorites all the time and ride the train and get a winning. Sometimes you got to spray yourself down with Lysol and get in the dirt a little bit and take some nasty ones, like D-Mac does from time to time.
You do, and I looked at him and I told you after.
Okay.
D-Mac.
It's a family establishment, D-Mac. Yeah.
I'm just saying, I don't mind your picks this week. Good luck, bro.
Yeah. D-Mac.
Oh, hey, I appreciate that.
I'll go.
You know,
I'll
we're
go
being
second.
D-Mac and I are being way too nice to each other. Way too nice to each other.
No, dude.
This is very different.
Listen, how far further down can I kick you than you've done it to yourself? Plus, and what I love about you is that you did it to yourself a few years ago, but just see how long I can make this karma last. It's pretty big.
It was, it's just like Claude Lemieux. He did it to himself too.
Absolutely.
So
Hey, Ryan,
I kind of pulled the same thing.
There's a question for you here in the chat. Harry wants to know, Ryan, if they gave you the keys to any vehicle on the lot and you could take it home and keep it, what would it be?
Ooh, that's a good one.
Oh, well, I mean, that's a good question. I'm a big full-size SUV guy, so I'd probably do George's demo because he's got to have the biggest badass Suburban that we ever had on our lot. So probably his. I mean, we got Corvettes too. I'm not a huge Corvette guy. I think they're great cars, but just not my cup of tea. So it would probably be a Suburban High Country for sure.
All right. That's what I figured. All right, D-Mac, you're on board. Let's get to D-Mac's pick.
Just leave the keys in the Corvette for next time we're there. Anyways,
Does it concern you that
I'll
you have
take
one
it.
of Ryan's picks?
What's that?
Does it concern you that you have one of Ryan's picks?
He's got one of my picks.
Oh, okay. There you go.
Right? Who's got a championship here? I'm also 5-7. So that
You are.
What are you?
One behind you guys.
Oh, wow. Now it's getting interesting. I'm riding the Jaden Daniels train. Washington, they've impressed me, and I think they'll get going. I forget who they're playing, but it looked good. Colts
Sorry, I did too,
Colts
D-Mac,
are
so we're
on
on
the
the same
road in
page there.
Jacksonville, right?
Yep.
Correct.
Yes.
That's a good pick.
Eat it, Trevor Lawrence.
Trevor Lawrence.
I
Great
put him in the
pick.
coffin the other day, and I got to go with it. And then, from what I saw with the Seahawks playing at home, who they got?
The Giants.
Yeah, they got the Giants at home.
That
so
should be an auto dub.
Danny Nichols
Danny
there.
Nichols.
But I expect I like my picks this week. I'm going to at least go 2-1.
You know,
and again,
D-Mac picked quarterbacks. Like you're picking
This
quarterbacks.
week
I kind of
I
like
did.
this.
This week I did.
Yeah, you picked.
Well, do you know how I do my picks, at least for the first 10 weeks of the season? I just point. And whatever I point at, I got to pick.
Well, I let my daughter do it. So
I swear to God. That's how I let you have a chance. And I
Okay.
can continue to do this because Neil hasn't really, he's on the DMAC program of, I won a championship last year. I mean,
We're locking it back in now.
locking it back
We're
in
locking
now.
it back
Right,
in now.
exactly.
Woodward Sports chat thread, Rich Baldwin. I bought my Camaro from Feldman out in White Lake in 2010. So there you go. A lot of Feldman family in the chat right now. Okay, my picks here as we wrap this thing up. The Feldman Chevrolet Pigskin Pick'em Cup, as always. All lines brought to you by Caesar Sportsbook. The official
Spreads brought to you
sportsbook
by Caesar Sportsbook.
Woodward Sports. The Michigan Wolverines. I am going with the Ryan Poulter plan. I'm not betting on Michigan as much as I'm betting against Washington. But either way, for Washington to be giving anybody almost a field goal is kind of laughable
plus
to
money
me. against 100%. Like
It makes no sense, Spenny.
That's insane.
It makes no sense.
Yeah, absolutely.
It almost be like Michigan State getting or giving
right.
points in a game this year. All right.
Poulter wants his mic muted, I guess.
Yeah.
And you guys know that I don't like Aaron Rodgers. Unfortunately, in this business, when you have to go pick winners, you have to take people you don't like.
Who they playing?
And they're playing the Minnesota Vikings.
Okay.
The Jets are catching 2.5. It's over in Europe. What are the Vikings going to go 17-0? And the Jets gotta have it. They gotta have it, or else Aaron Rodgers is going to be blaming. Robert Saleh could be fired by the end of the day if Aaron Rodgers snaps his fingers and says no. And
What if Aaron Rodgers becomes a playing coach?
like Jackie Moon?
Jackie Moon's better.
All right, keep going.
Jackie
Keep
Moon.
going.
All right, last but not least, this is the ultimate plug your nose and pick a game winner. I'm taking the Miami Dolphins. Of course it's +1.
Yeah, I know,
'Cause
right?
why wouldn't it be? This is the dirtiest, nastiest pick on the board.
That is pretty gross.
But
Is it going to be Tim Boyle or who's playing
it
quarterback?
doesn't matter.
It don't.
They are playing the Patriots, and it doesn't matter. And
Trash bowl.
This is similar to the Jets. They have to have it, or it's over.
Yeah.
This is a non-negotiable for the Dolphins, and it probably is over anyway.
Yeah.
It's
But if
over
they don't
anyway.
win this game, it's over.
Yeah.
And that's a wrap. Like Tyreek Hill and all it's over. Like
Yeah.
let that sink in. So sometimes you got to do it. Ryan, before we let you go, real quick, what do you guys got going on?
Well, hang on. I feel like you guys are like trying to make me look bad by taking some of these picks rather than doing like your normal thing. So that way I just can't win no matter what, and you guys are making horrible picks. It's like the fade Ryan complete segment.
The people came up
Hey,
with
your
the favor.
self-awareness is on point, though, bro. So, I mean, yeah,
Well, hey.
if it feels that way, it's probably happening.
Yeah, I mean, it smells like a skunk. It is a
Good
skunk.
luck. We're trying to get you a lead at some point in these last 3
Yeah.
years. All right, so maybe this
Yeah.
week, bud.
All right, what do you guys got
Hopefully.
going on over there at Feldman Chevrolet?
Dude, it's the same thing. Listen, they sort of extended some of these programs, and we've been dealing with General Motors on these EVs. We're the nation's #1 electric vehicle dealership.
I
So
can't confirm.
we're taking we're taking full advantage of all the programs General Motors has out, including the Conquest offer. We were talking about maybe doing like a losing offer for Michigan State fans, but we didn't do that, and we're still cooking away. So.
All right, there it is.
I miss you, Spenny.
Miss you too, Ryan.
I see George back there pacing around. I know you guys are selling cars. Again, Ryan, I appreciate I'm happy with my new Chevy. So thanks again, and we'll be out there soon.
Absolutely. We'll see you guys soon. Go
right.
Blue. Go Lions.
Go Blue.
And go Caesars Sportsbook, baby.
There we
And
go.
Soroki's Chicken. And Soroki's Chicken.
Damn right.
What a pro.
Ryan Poulter, everybody, director of sales out there at Feldman Chevrolet.
That's awesome.
He gets the business, everybody.
Ryan's the man. He's
He
a
is
cool
the man.
guy.
Tell him about, except when he's ragging on State, though, right?
Yeah,
but it's kind of deserved.
Yeah, that's all right.
Tell him about Mark White.
I will tell him about Mark White, because if you want to take the money that you saved buying a car at Feldman Chevrolet and go buy a house, you can do it at Mark White and save even more money, because Mark White will save you up to $5,000 on the closing costs of your new home. Visit markwhitesells.com or call 248-290-8242. That's markwhitesells.com or call 248-290-8242. Mark White will take care of you.
Absolutely. Then you can celebrate
that
with
you
a...
get just-
Right? And then you can celebrate
Yeah, then you can celebrate.
with a New Holland?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I would do.
Oh, yeah. You can do
Yeah.
that.
After I buy my house, I'd go get me a case of the Dutch Taller long drink. It is the new long drink in the game, and it's made right here in Michigan at New Holland Brewing Company. They got the grapefruit puree in there. It's made with the small batch gin that they make out there at New Holland Brewing. And the facts of the matter are, they're the best drink in the drink game. It's the only drink. If I'm cracking open a drink, this is going to be it, everybody.
So good.
I'm not playing around with you guys. Like, I'm being dead serious. This has
He is.
changed my world. And again, it's made right here in Michigan. It's made by New Holland Brewing Company. Support local and have the best drink in the game. It is the Dutch Taller long drink. Don't sleep on the New Holland bourbon, by the way, either. Beer barrel bourbon. It's elite. It's New Holland. Of course it's elite.
To prove that you can get just as strong at Planet Fitness, we're seeing if people can tell the difference between our 75-pound dumbbell and a 75-pound dumbbell from an overpriced competitor gym. Okay, the old flick test that never fails.
There's literally no difference.
Plus, you can save $28 or more when you join today. Wow.
Why would I pay more to lift the same weights?
It's the Planet Fitness Strong Choice Sale. Save $28 or more. Join for $1 down, $15 a month, cancel anytime. Deal ends October 10th. Planet Fitness. Light price, strong choice.
Can't get enough Lions coverage? Make sure you catch all Woodward sports shows every game day. Wake up with Woodward and Maine, giving you the latest insight into the Lions locker room and press conferences. Then join the Lions pregame show, highlighting key matchups, injuries, and what to watch for during the game. Follow all the ups and downs of the live game action with our Woodward Watch Party live on YouTube and WoodwardSports.com. After the game, check out the instant fan and host reactions with the Lions postgame show. Every game, it's wall-to-wall, kneecap-biting, high-fiving, chest-pumping Lions coverage.
Hell yeah!
Only at Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports.
Woodward Sports, let's go.
All right, but let's get serious for a second here.
Divorce.
Look, if you're dealing with
Your wife's a
divorce,
clown.
child custody, family law, guys, this is all serious stuff right here. So you need a serious legal team. That's KDK Law right here in Birmingham. Kevin and Catherine. Here's the qualifications. Over 10 years in the game. They've seen it all, everybody. Are you losing sleep about this stuff? Yeah, it's probably the most important thing going on in your life. They have 24/7 availability. You need excellence on your side. You need a legal team on your side. You need KDK Law right here in Birmingham. If you mention Woodward Sports, they'll pay your filing fee. But let's be real, everybody. And I say this. It's not about getting a filing fee paid. It's about getting a squad on your side. And that's KDK Law. As my son would say, they're goated on the sticks, everybody. Scan the QR code on the screen. Go to kdklawoffice.com. All right, everybody, coming down the stretch, Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network, Neil Rule, and, of course, DMAC, Darren McCarty, KG, Spencer Raxter, all of you as well. And, you know, it was fun doing the picks there with Ryan Poulter, and that is one of my fun segments. I like that one. I like, too, he's on point with the sponsorship. He knows.
Yeah.
All right, but I want to pick up the discussion, KG and DMAC and Spenny. The Tigers on Saturday. KG wants Tarek Skubal out there. I do not on 3 days rest. Where do you stand on this, D-Mac? Where are you at with Tarek? What do you want to see?
I loved your analogy when we talked about it before the show, right? This is a 5-game series. Coming off 3 days rest. Maybe if it was at home, I don't know. But I like what you said. Start them game 2 because either you're down 1, possibly you can even the series coming back home,
or you can put a chokehold on it.
Or you're up 1, you could chokehold him at 2, coming back home in a 3-game series. But he's still available for game 5 with the off
regular
days
rest
and stuff like that. You know, Sunday it's Dodgers Yankees day, so you know the peon
clear
teams
out.
don't
So
play.
MLB shuts down.
Right, clear out.
Yeah.
So
ISO.
he gets that extra day,
Right.
and then he's ready to go. Obviously, right? It's a conversation between AJ Hinch and Tarek Skubal. If we do see him out there,
because he can go on 3 days.
If he can go, then if I see him starting game 1, then that's a conversation between him and AJ Hinch, and he's ready to go. And I don't think it's going to afford us. He'll still be available later on in the series. But if I had to choose, just thinking about it right now, game 2 because of the chokehold or getting back into it.
Here's the thing, KG.
Yeah.
For me, I'm not in the business of changing anything. They didn't change anything this series. They just went about how they went about.
Yeah,
that's true.
And for me, that's what I want to see them do.
They kept Reese Olson ready to go too.
They did.
Yeah, I want to see Skubal, and you get to reset the roster.
Yeah.
So if they need another, I would imagine they'll probably add another pitcher.
They got to, yeah.
I would imagine.
They're not adding bats at this point. It's all pitching.
Yeah, I'm trying to think who would be.
Now, Spinny is
Maybe
the swing
Montero?
vote because Spinny agrees with me, but he also, like me, understands the other side as well.
Yeah.
So where you sitting at, Spin?
I personally would rather see him go game 1 just to get that game, to win that game, and to start the series off right. I don't know. I'm not going to be mad at whatever they decide to do because I think if you win game 1 with Skubal, then you can have him game 4 as well.
Yep.
And so you only need to win 1 of games 2 or 3, and then you got games 1 and 4. So that's what I would do personally. But, yeah, I'm not mad if they do either way.
Yeah, so for me, that's how I want
I
it.
would rather see game 1, though.
And here's the other angle of it. What DMAC was breaking down, say you do lose game 1, and then you get game 2. You're going back even. But my mindset is if we win game 1, Skubal can essentially close down the club because then you have 2 cracks to win it at home.
Right.
And if that fails, you got your dog going game 5, which is all you can ask for.
True.
In a worst case scenario.
But you pitching 1 and 4, you get a game on the road, probably the most important game of the series, game 1, and then you have Skubal at home for game 4.
And you have him on full rest for the ALCS.
Stop
if you
it.
do 1 and 4.
Stop it.
No doubt. And I get that angle of it too. But also too, see, here's where I'll push back a little bit on that, and this is another conversation. If AJ and I were over at the Birmingham pub, I would ask him about this too. You know at some point there's going to be a rain day. It's October in the Midwest.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a good point.
I'm actually prepared to push some chips in on that.
Wonder what the odds are on that.
A semi-bluff.
Caesar
you know what I'm
Sportsbook
saying?
odds.
Yeah, I would do a semi-bluff right there. So, no, I get it. And there is that aggressive part of me that wants to say, all right, we're doing Skubal. That's our guy. It's just how much data is there on him on 3? It's a literal unknown.
Yeah.
It's a literal unknown.
Facts.
That concerns me a little bit.
But if there was any pitcher that you felt could go on 3 days rest, it's Skubal, correct?
I don't know. We have no data on it. Some dudes are like that. Some dudes they need their rest.
Yeah.
They need their time off. You want to chat pull that one real quick?
Yeah.
That'd
Should
be a good
Skubal
combo.
start game
Yeah.
1, game 2? Chuck Brewer, he's a young pitcher. I want him pitching for 3 more weeks. Don't burn him up. And in a spot, I think it's okay to do in a spot. A time, 1 time. Because don't get it twisted too. And just looking at because there's an off day between game 4. I would guess, does he usually do a bullpen the second day?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They usually do a bullpen?
Yeah.
Well,
With the Spenny plan, the bullpen could be an inning in game 5. If you go game 1, game 4, then your bullpen is an inning on game. You know what? Because it's all hands on deck.
I think Reese Olson gets a start in this series, whether that's game 1 before or after Skubal.
Yeah.
I think in this series you got 2 starters.
Yeah.
And you're going to go Skubal and Olson.
Yeah. Olson got to get some shine because he's your freshest pitcher at this point.
Give Job a start.
I don't know about a start, but
an open.
Yeah, an open. Guess.
Yeah, because he's not going to go more than 3 innings.
Yeah, either way.
I think Reese Olson, like if they offered you 3 shutout, you would take it. You would maybe move on.
Yeah,
but he has the ability to go 4 or 5 if things are working. It's just, this guy, man. Like D-Mac,
he's got so many different options.
Think about these decisions.
Yeah, that's tough decisions, man.
Not really, not for this guy. How tougher is it than what he's made already?
Ooh, this poll is close.
I think you nailed it. He ain't changing anything. I think you see Olson 1, Skubal 2. Get an off day, and you could see the clincher for 4 for Skubal.
Larry Roberts, Neil, who you thinking for game 1? I wouldn't be opposed to a bullpen day.
You kind of got no choice if you don't do Skubal game 1. Well, I mean, you do
Reese
got Olson, but
yeah.
How long is he really
Joe.
going to go? He's only going to go 3 or 4 realistically.
Yeah. Probably go Olson, but I wouldn't be opposed to a bullpen day. I wouldn't be opposed to starting Holton again. You know what I'm saying? And just rerunning the format because everyone's on their full rest.
I get it.
I'd have to look at the lineup because the only reason he started Olson was because of those lefties. So
yeah. It's just, and that's another reason why I'm on the 2 and 5 plan with Skubal.
Yeah.
Is because if I do my bullpen day on Saturday, I have Skubal go on Monday. I have my whole bullpen available theoretically on Wednesday again.
I would not
That's
be
not bad,
I would not be surprised if Olson gets a start because you got Kwan's a lefty, Monserrato's a lefty, Ramirez obviously a switch hitter, Naylor's a lefty. That's the first 4.
Yeah.
The top of that lineup's better
tough.
than Houston, dude.
Oh yeah.
Way better. But they're just regular ass. Between 6 and 9, they're just regular.
Yeah,
there's a line.
Josh Naylor, Jose Ramirez, and Stephen Kwan. That scares me a little bit.
The other
but, like, if you can handle them like you did Altuve, Tucker,
I'm
and
trying
Alvarez,
to tell you. Yeah. You in good shape.
Tammy Chin says, I agree with Neil. Motown Cool Vest was a real MVP in the wild
Vest
card.
was insane.
Justin L. Game 1 bullpen day. Next day, off day. Then Skubal go in game 2. Yeah. Skubal will get you to the 7th at least. And Justin, that's kind of where I'm leaning because I have my entire bullpen available to me. And then if I got to go Reese Olson in game 3, then I got to go Reese Olson in game 3. But if I got to do that, I don't want to hear, well, you're throwing Reese Olson with your back against the wall. Your back wasn't supposed to be against the wall at that point. Yeah. So there's a free pass for it. It is.
It's tough.
Talking baseball.
Do you see this poll? This poll is like close.
50-50. Yeah, 51-49.
Wow, we never get that.
Yeah.
D-Mac, you're just keep it rolling, huh? Vibes.
Why would he change? I mean, he's got to have a game plan.
I don't think he will.
I would think because Reese Olson's ready to go that he goes 1. Unless Skubal says, no, I'm ready to go and I can be ready. I just want to see Skubal twice in this series.
Which you will.
You will, yeah. Guaranteed.
So okay. So whatever they decide, I'd say business as usual is let them. It's as we deal with where these teams are. The guys who are making the decisions know what's right. We can think we do, but anybody else? What are they? 36-11 in the last 47 games.
Yeah.
All right, let's take the last break and come back and wrap this thing. We'll let the poll cook through the break.
And I'll tell you about the watch party and the post-game show live at Hayes Social for every Lions game. It's presented by New Holland Brewing Company, Sabbath Coffee Roasters, Soroki's Crispy Chicken and Pizza, and 1800 Tequila. Like I said, they are live at every single Lions game. So obviously we're not going to have some this week because we got the bye week. But next week when we come to throttle the Dallas Cowboys, come chill with us at Hayes Social. Again, presented by New Holland, Sabbath Coffee, Soroki's Crispy Chicken and Pizza, and 1800 Tequila. Woodward Sports is doing Lions coverage better than anybody in the state.
Stop searching for a vehicle and start finding one. Les Stanford Chevrolet Cadillac makes it easy. We harness the power of multiple dealerships and own the biggest selection of GM brands in the area to get you the car you need. With the Les Stanford Group, you'll have access to 4 different dealerships, providing you with more makes, more models, and more choices. We're connected to more than 1,000 vehicles, and with so many high-quality CPO vehicles available, you'll find new car quality at pre-owned prices. You can start and end your search at lesstanford.com today.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on Shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward Golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
What's up, everybody? Still time to join the best youth football league in Metro Detroit, the Boys and Girls Clubs of Southeastern Michigan's 3C Sports League. Football program. There's a cheer program as well. Kids ages 5 to 14 have 6 teams to choose from in Detroit, Belleville, Highland Park, and East Point. All the coaches are trained, certified, and undergo background checks. You can register for football or cheer at bgcsm.org. Equipment, meals, and transportation all included for a chance to play for a chip at Ford Field, just $175 per child. Put the youth back in youth sports, bgcsm.org. All right, final segment of the show on a Thursday. Man, this week, it's amazing the Lions playoff run last year and this Tigers playoff run, how it just accelerates time.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not even convinced January happened last year.
Yeah.
You know? So, again, we're full into it, everybody. Tigers, Guardians, they will get things going this Saturday. As a matter of fact, the American League Divisional Series, 1:08 the first pitch. Get in tickets, by the way. Think about making the road trip. Get in tickets on Saturday, starting at $220 in Cleveland, which I don't know if they'll know what to do there in Cleveland. Nobody ever comes to their games. Like, even when they're winning the division in September, nobody's ever there. Ever. We're going to take over that stadium.
Oh, yeah.
100%.
Couple things. Congrats to Hutch, Defensive Player of the Month.
Big shout
There you
out.
go.
Yeah.
Big shout out. And tonight, if you're going down, Wings, Toronto, exhibition game, pretty much full lineup in. Cam Talbot looking to play the whole game. So this might be the first. This roster looks like it could be the opening day roster right here. You got Kasper in it. Tarasenko's playing.
Nice.
Kane.
And if you can't get down there, we'll have the watch party for the exhibition game today on Woodward.
Psych.
Spencer and
Psych.
KG
will not be
will be
here.
quarterbacking
Yeah, right.
it. So
Psych.
tap in. All you big Red Wings fans, you'll say, talk hockey. You can watch the game with Spencer and KG.
I will not be here.
We both won't be here.
unfortunately.
And Tom Mazaway.
Yeah, Maz might be here.
Maz will be here by
Maz
himself.
might be here.
By the way, get-in prices for Monday in Cleveland, $125. So the better value if you can sneak away.
And the ALDS already sold out here.
Those are gone.
Yeah, just standard room, I think, was available, and those are probably damn near gone, too. So
4:08 on Monday. So theoretically, you could do the day trip. Game be over about 7 or 8.
Yeah.
Pop back home, be home by 11. If you wanted to, if you were aggressive with it.
That is aggressive, though.
Yeah, it is aggressive.
Right.
Well,
When's that, Monday?
not everybody goes to games the way you go to games, Penny.
That's fair. I mean, everybody should.
All right, everybody. I think that about does it. D-Mac, what do you got popping this weekend? You're out tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll be up in Byron, Michigan Saturday with Louis Lee, playing a little music.
So, man,
I got
many
a bunch
talents.
of stuff to do. I got some Canada stuff to do.
Oh, yeah?
I get my passport renewed.
Okay.
I got some of that stuff. Tomorrow I won't be on the golf course. I got to take care of stuff and be an adult.
Sucks.
Man.
It always sucks
But I'll
when
be
you got
back.
an adult.
But I'll be back Tuesday.
All right, Flannel will be in tomorrow. Nickel
Lucky you
Package
guys.
Friday.
Lucky you guys.
Bourbon Friday.
We'll do it. Shout out New Holland. I'll have the New Holland
Shout
up
out.
here.
Spinny's actually going to join us.
He is going to
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
I'm going to work out in the morning.
Have to.
Have to.
You don't have a choice.
Yeah, it's leg day, too.
All right, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow. Get you ready for the weekend. For
Deuces.
D-Mac, for KG, Spencer, Raxter. I'm Neil Rule. Thanks for tapping in. Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network. Well, see you later.